Opie and Anthony Show.
Opie and Anthony.
Radio Shock Jock.
Opie and Anthony.
Out of any other medium have to be nice. We are being now held to a standard where we have to be nice and make people feel good. Go screw!
Radio Bad Boys, Opie and Anthony.
Controversial radio personalities, Opie and Anthony.
Infamous DJs, Opie and Anthony.
Talk show radio hosts, Opie and Anthony.
Opie and Anthony.
Opie and Anthony.
Radio Shock Jocks, Opie and Anthony. Opie and Anthony. Shock Jocks, Opie and Anthony. Shock Jocks, Opie and Anthony. Opie and Anthony. Shock Jocks, Opie and Anthony. Opie and Anthony.
All right, we get it.
Pat, how's it going?
Cord Johnson bobbing for gonorrhea.
All right, this is a bust, lesbians. We're gonna smell all of your fingers. If it smells like a day at the fishing hole, you're under arrest.
We're blithering idiots. That's fine, though.
I want my idiocy. Idiocy.
I love you guys. I'd suck all your all day.
Wow. I think that's an endorsement.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
This guy. Yeah, we start with this guy. Good morning. Welcome to the Opie and Anthony Show. It's Whip 'em Out Wednesday.
Yes.
We'll get into the festivities in a little bit, but here in New York City, we got another dope. Actually, so far we've had 2 dopes and 1 professional that has or that have climbed the New York Times building here in New York City.
Yep.
This morning was the 3rd guy. Might want to look this up online if you really care, but there was the professional guy. What was his name again, Jimmy? You like him. He climbs without anything, just using like the fingertips and his toes.
Alain Robert.
He knows what he's doing. He's climbed structures all over the world, and he's a professional. He makes it look easy. Then you had another guy do it the same day as Alain Robert. This was about a month or so ago, right? Well, this morning we get into work, and a couple of our guys are not here because they're down at the New York Times building climbing it. No, of course not. We should at this point. We would get some promotion for the radio show. It seems like it's an easy climb, too.
Yeah, they put up some lattice work, and it's easy to climb, apparently.
So the 3rd guy started climbing this morning. He got up to the, 11th floor?
Yeah, about that.
11 stories. And he took out his quote.
He unfurled.
You got to say quote. Unfurled, quote, his banner.
Yeah.
That he wanted the world to read.
Yes.
And he placed his quote banner on the 11th floor?
Yeah, he's apparently got a book about terrorism, and he wanted to advertise it, so he scales the New York Times building right when all the morning news shows start. Very calculated. Not a bad idea for self-promotion.
Wonderful idea for a radio show.
But perhaps when you're unfurling your banner.
Quote.
Yes.
Your banner.
It should probably be a little bigger than an 8x10 sticker.
You see this piece of paper here, Jimmy? That we have some show prep on?
11 stories up.
This was 11 stories up promoting what he needed to promote. And we would give him the free promotion today, but we couldn't read the damn thing.
Put it this way.
It was too small, so you lose.
Put it this way. The news cameras on the ground zoomed in on it, and you still couldn't read it. And news cameras now can zoom in a mile away.
They could show nose hairs if they want.
Yeah. You couldn't see it. They showed a poor cop that had to climb out and take it down.
Yeah.
And it was just, in 2 little swipes of his hand, he just tore it.
Yeah.
And ripped it down.
This quote banner, fit in the cop's hand.
Yeah. This guy's an idiot.
Hand. He really is an idiot.
He did everything perfectly. Got the timing right with all the news channels, because all the news channels here are featuring him on the news. And he blew it.
Yeah.
Blew his opportunity to really promote his book, which looks like some kind of kooky book.
Yeah, well,
Bin Laden's plan.
Bin Laden's plan.
Yeah.
The project for the new Al-Qaeda century.
Yeah.
So is he for Bin Laden or against Bin Laden? What's his deal?
Thinks he has some inside info
Yeah, does he?
He said he's been, reading about Bin Laden since '99.
Yeah.
Well, but, is this anything new? Bin Laden doesn't like us? Ooh,
I don't know.
Really?
But when Robert, gotta say the French words like that, Robert, when he climbed, it was cool. We all checked it out, and now we got this dummy, and they arrested him. And now they're talking here in New York that they want stricter, laws passed, and they're going to have stricter fines. And
for climbing?
Yeah, they don't want people climbing buildings anymore because this dope from this morning is going to ruin it for everybody.
Yeah.
You need that George Willard character every once in a while. You need Robar every once in a while. Who else, Jimmy? Who else? Who's the guy that
Willig and Robert and there's the guy Spider Dan, but he used equipment.
Right. What about Petite?
Fully Petite. We have him coming in, I think.
Spider Dan.
Yeah, Spider Dan.
Sounds like Spider-Man, only with Dan.
Well, yeah.
Yes. Philippe Petit was the craziest of all.
Yeah.
The craziest.
We're obsessed. Jimmy and I are obsessed with Philippe Petit, and I'm so bummed that he didn't do his Twin Tower thing when, we all had video cameras. Because all there are is, photos of this guy, this insane... Well, he's not insane. He's a tightroper, and he knew exactly what he was doing. But he lays down in the middle of the Twin Towers on a tightrope.
Yeah, he went back and forth 6 times, 8 times. Right?
Yeah, and he laid down at one point to kind of look at the heavens.
Yeah.
And look at birds flying above him. I got goosebumps just talking about it.
Yeah, he laid down on the wire, and there's actually one point where he's walking across the wire, and he kind of just stops and squats down and then looks to the ground.
Just looks down.
To the ground. He looked down. He goes, if I wanted to see this, I would never see this again.
With nothing under him except a piece of cable.
What if all of a sudden you snap out of it and you go, I don't know how to tightrope walk.
I'm stuck here.
Help.
Yeah.
Help.
You Google Philippe Petit, and some of the pictures are just horrifying. Just horrifying. But anyway, you got him. And then you got the guy that jumps. Who's he? They caught him at the Empire State Building recently.
I don't know his name.
Yeah,
and there's a case going on here in New York City.
Which
he should lose.
Takes a parachute.
Well, he was on the other side of the railing. He was ready to go, and some cop was able to grab him.
Yep.
And he's screaming. The video's great because he's screaming, "Let me go! Let me go!
You're going to kill me!
You're going to kill me!" Yes, because I know what I'm doing, and I need to jump properly.
He was afraid that what was happened was when the guy was a security guy that grabbed him on the other side of the fence, and I think cuffed him. So he couldn't jump.
Oof.
But he said that you have to cut this off because if this parachute deploys, it will rip me up in half. Because if he's cuffed there and he was afraid his parachute...
Oh my
that'd be
God,
great.
Really?
And you're just dangling and getting pulled and your arm rips out of its socket.
That parachute would have ripped him right off the thing.
Great.
But I think they should get fined for that because if your parachute doesn't open... Even if you know what you're doing, you could have a technical malfunction. You're going to land on somebody.
Sure. I love these guys, though. You can't make it a major crime. You really can't. Because every once in a while, as human beings, we need some excitement like this. All of a sudden, you wake up one morning, you're like, he's doing what?
Yeah.
You need that in your life.
I just wonder how many people have been hurt by people that have done this.
No one.
Yeah.
No one.
I don't.
And what's up with the New York Times building? They said they were going to make it climb-proof or whatever.
Less attractive to climb by putting what amounts to a ladder in front of it.
Right.
That's what they did.
Oh, really?
A giant ladder.
Well, there's a sign now that says, do not climb.
Yes.
Danger. Do not climb. And yes, someone's saying, don't forget Turk 182. Anthony had some fine Turk 182 jokes in the office today.
Just saying, it was not quite Turk 182 when he pulled out his little 8x10 sticker and put it on the side of the building.
Turk 182 is a quite rare movie, but there you go. There's the reference today. So we wake up with that this morning here in New York City. What's going on in your town? Give us a call. 877-212-ONA. Empire State Building base jumper 2 years ago. Jeb Corliss? Is that the... Yeah, but he's got a name.
Jeb?
He's got like a name, like the human fly, or he doesn't go by Jeb.
No.
Who, the jumper?
Yeah, he's got to have a fancy name. These guys got to have fancy names.
Jeb is not a fancy name.
No.
That's a silly
You
name.
need kind of like a superhero climbing name. Let's say hi to Brooklyn Ace. Brooklyn.
Good morning, gentlemen.
How are you, sir?
I'm standing and breathing. Hey, I would have turned around. When that cop turned around and grabbed me, I would have looked at him and says, listen, you either let me go or you come with me. Those are your two choices.
Yeah, but the problem was the cop was on the other side of the railing.
Yeah.
Holding on tight. And the Empire State Building has that railing where it's like curved and stuff, so it's really tough to get over.
Yeah.
The guy could not have pulled the cop over. He was on the outside. Picture yourself in jail, and you're outside the bars. The other side, guy's inside the bars. He could not have pulled him through.
Yeah,
that wouldn't have worked. Hey, by the way, Jimmy.
Yes, sir.
I hit 21 years Saturday.
Oh, congratulations, man.
Thanks, bro.
Good boy.
Later.
See you in Brooklyn. All right, let's say hi.
21 years without a drink or drug in my body.
But no, that's the way to say it, not Voss.
Yeah.
Who makes it so dramatic?
Yeah, this guy that got caught at the Empire State Building. I used to watch this show, Stunt Brain. Stunt Junkies on Discovery. He was the host.
Yeah.
Yeah. Marcos from Yonkers, what's going on?
Hey, good morning, guys. Now, I was calling in. You guys are talking about the high wire. Do you guys ever see that video? It was a family that this guy, he was like 70 years old.
Carl Wallenda. Sorry to interrupt you. Carl Wallenda, that guy who you're talking about.
Yeah, him. That he ended up dying and falling to his death.
Yeah, where was that? Like in Puerto Rico or something?
Or Mexico?
Mexico, somewhere down there.
No, it was in Puerto Rico. It was
Puerto Rico?
Puerto Rico.
Yes.
He made it to the middle of it. He tried to sit down, and he just fell.
Yeah, he was. It looked like it was windy, right? Like he's walking. It's exactly what would happen to any of us if we tried it.
Oh my God, yeah.
And the Flying Wallendas, I mean, they were very, very
famous.
Yeah,
they did this all over the world.
Yeah.
Didn't he die in front of the rest of his family?
in front
or
of his
something?
whole family.
Yeah.
And I remember Robert Klein had a very funny bit about how the Flying Wallendas were just bent on killing their whole family, and they're just so proud of somebody when they die.
Yeah.
It's very funny.
They would do like pyramid things on the ropes too. Like they'd have the whole family out there and do some kind of a pyramid.
That's insane.
Yeah, it's like, let's just risk the entire family's life here.
Right. Let's take them all out at the same time.
He's walking. I think he was like 20-something stories up. I mean, he wasn't as high up as, nearly like, but way high enough to kill you.
I hear you only need 5, Jimmy.
Yeah, I think so.
Something like that.
He's in the middle, and all of a sudden, you could see him teetering. And this guy's an expert.
Yeah, the balance stick with him.
The wind was blowing, and he starts teetering back and forth, and you're like, oh, boy, he's in trouble.
Oh, boy.
And then he's going, he actually drops the stick in an attempt to sit and grab the rope.
Yeah. Oh, I remember that. Yeah, now that's ringing a bell. He dropped the stick, it kind of bounced.
Yeah.
And then he tried to grab the cable and just, didn't quite make it.
YouTube Carl Wallenda. That should pop up under LOL.
I don't think.
Hello.
I don't think E-Rock is awake yet.
LOL.
Why don't you want to switch off the photo? We're done with that photo.
Yeah.
What, E-Rock, your excuses stink. Who do you think you're talking to?
E-Rock, you leave the picture up too long.
Yeah, the Empire State Building guy we moved past. So why would you want that picture still up there?
Things rotating.
Oh, he acts like this is just some giant thing for that man.
Right. That was 1978 that happened. Yeah. Really?
Yeah, it was in Puerto Rico, and he was 73 at the time, crossing the wire. And the family website says it wasn't because of the wind. It was 2 misconnected guy ropes that made the main rope unstable, and that's what.
Oh, so it started shaking a little bit.
Yeah.
Little oscillation of the cable.
Older than McCain, and he was crossing that wire.
Oh, see,
imagine McCain up there. I don't know why I said that.
I don't know.
I was thinking,
but the image kind of made me chuckle.
Oh, okay. I think because he wouldn't be able to hold the
couldn't hold the pole up.
Right. I don't know.
Arms of his.
See, we can make anything funny, I guess. Give us 2 things, we'll make it funny.
Hey, we're doing improv. Improv.
Got to give props to the person we just trashed.
I was laughing about that all day yesterday.
What, the improv thing?
Steve's improvs.
Yeah. It's my favorite new thing is intern Bob. Hey, Bob! Is Bob in today?
No, tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow. Make sure he's...
Little rosy cheek Bob.
Make sure he's on this side of the show tomorrow so we could really exploit
Of course. Bob.
What was I saying? Oh, yeah, E-Rock. We just trashed him, but now we got to give him props.
We do.
Can you find this thing or what?
It's not showing up. It'll show up.
It's YouTube. Everything's on
Look at
YouTube.
Jimmy in his face. It'll show up.
Carl Wallenda Falls. What do you have?
It's showing Georgia.
Tightrope walker does headstand on high wire.
He walked across a canyon in Georgia.
Yeah, he did a lot. Well, these guys did a lot of that stuff. All right.
Back when people cared.
Yeah, let's move on. If he finds it, he finds it. Got to give props to E-Rock. What do we search on YouTube? I know we'll put the video up on onaradio.com, but remember when we had E-Rock ask CBS FM? They broadcast literally right over there.
Mm-hmm.
E-Rock from Opie and Anthony annoys WCBS FM in New York. That's a great search right there.
Yeah.
E-Rock from Opie and Anthony annoys WCBS FM in New York. Just type that in YouTube if you have a good memory, and you'll get to see the video I'm about to mention. But they broadcast literally right there. And someone on comments said, wow, they weren't lying. They really do broadcast very close to Opie and Anthony. They were doing their July 4th countdown, A to Z catalog thing. And E-Rock walked in, asked them what song they were up to. They said what song they were playing. And E-Rock basically said, who gives a blank? Cleaned it up for the radio and slammed the door really, really hard. Well, that video is now up on YouTube and will be linked on onaradio.com.
Yeah.
It's E-Rock from Opie and Anthony and Noise, WCBS FM in New York. All right, you got the video?
Oh, is that him falling?
No, it's him doing a headstand.
Damn it.
Doing a headstand. Yeah,
I want to see him plummet to his death.
Yeah, I don't. Maybe they got that off the internet.
Yeah, that's not him falling.
Why would you do a headstand on a tightrope? No.
Because it's impressive.
Yeah. I don't know why you do either of those things. I would never do a tightrope, and headstands are just silly to me.
Here's the clip of...
for.
Why don't we just hire our listeners to be producers? Here's the clip of him falling.
Oh, yeah? Where?
It's on Instant Feedback. Kent, the movie guy.
Oh, we
Says
know
he has
Kent.
Right.
You find it there now, E-Rock?
Rope walking accident.
Oh, boy.
All right, here we go.
Oh, this isn't good.
We'll link this up on onaradio.com.
There he goes. He's
the tightrope is
walking.
wobbly.
It's a little wobbly. The pole. Now it's shaking. It's starting to oscillate.
Oh, my God.
He knows he's in trouble. Oh, no. The pole is going back and forth. He's trying to go down now to lower his center of gravity and get on the cable.
All right, he should have saved it right there. Oh, he falls. They don't really show him falling too much, huh?
No, but he kind of sits and then clumsily, he has the amazing balance until he goes to grab the wire that he's just a fledgling old man.
Yeah. Then he turns into that old geezer.
Yeah, we'll get this up on ONA Radio.
Yeah, he tries to lower himself
squatting.
down and just...
Oh, and there he goes. They do show him hitting the pavement.
Yeah,
That's over, Johnny. All right.
There was about a good second there for him to go, wow, I really screwed up.
You're kidding.
And then just crack.
Yeah, you get that wobbly rope like that. We've all tried to do the balance thing, and then it's like it starts to wobble a little bit. And you just can't control it. All right, we'll go to the phones next. 877-212-O&A.
Opie and Anthony.
Bitter, angry motherfuckers.
Opie and Anthony.
Jimmy's a realist, you're a racist. And I'm clueless.
Hey, good morning, Opie and Anthony. Oh, my God. What? We like to learn on this show, right?
No.
I just learned something. Well, we like to learn stupid things.
Right.
We don't like to learn, about European history.
No.
Yeah. Or quantum physics.
Learning's stupid.
For the most part, it is. School learning is stupid. Think back to high school.
Mm-hmm.
What'd you learn?
I learned about Mesopotamia.
All right, what can you tell us about Mesopotamia?
It's the cradle of civilization.
Is it?
Yeah.
And what are you going to do with that knowledge now?
I want to visit Mesopotamia someday.
I always thought that meant that someone had a lot of Potamia. Boo.
Boo. Boo.
I like turtles.
Yeah. Well, this is what I learned today. As Jimmy continues to crack himself up. The running of the bulls, it's more than one day. Who knew?
Who wants to do it more than one day?
I thought they did that dumb thing once and then they moved on, but no, they're so obsessed over there.
Was it like a week?
What? It's such a popular thing to do that they made it longer than a day? Do we know the history of the running of the bulls?
I'll find it.
Well, here on the Opie and Anthony Show, we're keeping track, and here's what we got. Yesterday, day 2 of running of the bulls, a man was gored. That means something went up something.
Yeah. A horn got through him.
Sure. Man gored and 4 injured. In day 2 of running of the bulls. Stats are way down. Day 1 was a very impressive day for the Bulls.
Yeah, I think it falls off after day 1. Day 1 is really your big injury day.
Yeah. The Bulls did all right on day 1. Day 2, not so good. Day 1, 0 people got the horn up to you-know-what. But 13 were injured. So running of the Bulls, 2 days down. If maybe this is it, I don't even know. Are they going to do it again today? You got 17 injured so far. So who's winning that? Hot shoe. Bless you, Anthony.
Thank you.
Bless you.
Oh, my nose is itchy.
Yeah, but we're not fans of the whole running of the bull thing. Who made it popular? That writer there,
Ernest Hemingway.
Ernest Hemingway made it very popular.
Yeah.
He made it very romantic.
Yeah.
With the matador.
Meanwhile, it's not.
No, it's
just let these beasts loose in the street to chase around a bunch of dummies.
It's disgusting. And I'm not even an animal rights activist. I like my steak. I like my leather shoes, all that crap.
Oh, yeah.
I'll wear a fur if it comes back in style. I don't know. Anthony used to wear one back in the day.
Well, I didn't want to. Had to. Oh, he bought it for me, and it was either that or freeze.
Yeah. If Joe Namath comes back and he starts wearing furs and makes it cool, maybe I'd wear one. I don't know.
That's what my mother said. She goes, Joe Namath is wearing a fur coat.
Yeah.
So don't you worry about, going to school and having people call you a sissy because you're wearing a fur coat.
Did they?
And guess what I did?
You wore the fur coat.
Yeah.
They called you a sissy, and you went home and cried, and then your dad yelled at you for crying. Of course.
You win.
Of course.
It's the story of my life.
Hence, lucky us, we get to hang out with the tough Anthony. With the tough outer shell Anthony. Protect.
Defend.
Protect. Don't show any emotion whatsoever. Daddy taught me that.
You know the horror that I felt when Mom came home with that god-awful fur coat? Like, all my friends at that point were wearing, like, the Kenny from South Park snorkel jackets. Those were very in back then when I was a kid. And I expect Mom to come home. It's, back to school time, and she's going to come home with a jacket for me. And it's a fur coat, this gray fur. Mm-hmm. And I just started crying right then and there. I was like, I can't wear this to school. They're going to make fun of me. And she goes, oh, Anthony, go scratch your ass. That was a big one. Go scratch your ass. Sometimes she'd just say, go scratch.
Why was the Kumias obsessed with ass play?
It was just scratching it. For some reason, you had to scratch your ass if you're upset with anything.
Never heard that. I mean,
go scratch.
I've heard it over the years doing radio with you, but outside the show, I've never heard scratch your ass.
That was a big one in my household.
Yeah. Why go scratch it? Why not, since you're there, just go ahead and scratch it?
Just start scratching. I believe it was, get off of whatever you're on right now, whatever subject you're on, and do something more important, like scratching your ass. See, it's some kind of sarcasm thing. Like, go scratch your ass. You'll be making more of a point than you are crying over my fur coat that I just bought you.
Sure.
So that's when she brought up Joe Namath and said, well, Joe Namath, if they make fun of you, you tell them Broadway Joe Willie Namath of the champion New York Jets wears a fur coat. So there. Not completely, not understanding child playground psychology.
No, not understanding there's a drastic drop-off between superstar Joe Namath and little skinny
and
arm
little
Anthony Cumia.
Oh, forget it. A little emaciated kid
With a fur coat.
with a fur coat. And the first day I stepped off I walked to school at that point. I didn't take the bus. So when I stepped into the schoolyard, it just started. Hey, Cumia. What's that you got on? Oh, Joe Namath wears one. It's the first thing out of my mouth because I had to defend myself against it. And they didn't care. Like I never said it. They were just calling me every derogatory term for a homosexual that they could think of, and kids could think of a lot.
The G one?
Everything.
The F one?
What, gay?
F?
There was yes, the F one a lot.
The Q?
Yeah.
Fruity?
Not so much fruity.
They string them together and call you a queer gay. You're a gay queer.
Yeah, it was all every one of them.
How about the CS?
No, they were a little too young for that. Mm-hmm. But it hurt. I was very hurt by that.
I meant Cumia Scratcher.
And me saying "go scratch your ass" to them didn't help either.
No.
And I believe some of the bigger children decided to just punch me.
Yeah.
Because I was wearing something silly.
Yeah.
So what you have to do is walk up and punch that person. That's what kids do. It was Lord of the Flies, and I was Piggy.
Kids are brutal.
Kids just suck.
They really do.
There's no sympathy. There's no thinking things out. It's just this instinctive, let me destroy this person.
Yeah.
Because they're different in some way, shape, or form.
There you go.
I did the same thing to poor fat Patrick Fulham.
What did you do to Patrick Fulham?
Patrick Fulham was a fat kid that made the funny face when we punched him in the stomach. So we used to punch him in the stomach all the time. If he just didn't make the funny face, we never would have punched him. But we had him. And then Bellin. This girl's name was Bellin. Bellin Cornell. She stunk. She stunk.
She might be listening.
You stunk. She smelled so bad that the teacher took her out of class and had to address the classroom in some way where she thought it was going to help by telling us, look, she probably has a medical problem. She sent her to the nurse and said to us, Bellin probably has a medical problem. Mm-hmm. So, be nice to her. Don't be mean or talk about it or anything. And the second she came back in the room, just, you stink. You smell. Would you go in your pants? And just kids. They're such animals.
As long as we're sharing.
Oh.
Rosemary probably listens to the show.
My mother?
No.
Oh.
From Washington Drive grammar school. We all know that you used to go in your pants.
Yep.
We all know it. We also know that you used to strike out in kickball.
Strike out in kickball.
That is true. And even
that won't get you made fun of.
And even though you became very, very hot in high school, it was tough to get past the fact that you, did what you did in your pants in the middle of class, and you had to awkwardly leave. And the janitor had to come with the sawdust.
The sawdust and the broom.
And the teacher would have an extra pair for you.
Just in case.
Just for you, Rosemary.
We had some girl do that in the cafeteria.
Yeah?
Yeah, like people are talking and there's this low chatter going on, a little chatter. And then you just heard the sound of somebody as if they took a large glass of water and started just pouring it on the floor. And everybody kind of looked around and turned, and this girl was just sitting in her chair, and you know how some of the school chairs have those 3 slots where your actual seat is? It was just pouring out of there.
Oh,
and
really?
Hitting the floor, and everybody a few people were like, oh, but everyone was just like, and pointing.
Let's play Call Out Your Old Schoolmates today.
Oh. Yeah, who was pukey? Who upchucked and didn't live it down for years?
I'll do a good one. Camille, everyone knew you had amazing boobs when you were 14, 15 years old, and we all stared. Every single one of us. You were the first one to develop, and we all took notice.
Yep. There was a girl named Jerry. Her name
Jerry?
was Jerry.
With an I?
With a G. It was Gerri, I think. You're right.
All right. I at the end. I wasn't going with Jerry with an I in the beginning.
Jerry. Jerry. And she came back from summer vacation and was just, she had huge breasts. And she was a tall girl, too. She looked like she did not belong in the school.
Yeah.
She sprouted.
Yeah.
And I decided I was going to comment on her breasts. So I said something pretty nasty. I think I used the T word for breast.
Sure.
And, And she kicked me in the groin so hard, I went down on that hard, cold school hallway floor.
That's exactly what her dad taught her.
Oh, exactly.
The dad sat her down and said, look,
absolutely right.
He's not stupid. He's like, oh, my
Look,
God. She's
guys are going to start saying it.
And she's going back to school in September. I'm going to have a talk with her. She got some kickboxing lessons during the summer.
And if anyone says anything, or God forbid touches you,
right,
you turn around and you kick them right here. You probably got this big padded cup for her to practice on.
Yeah.
All right, now kick daddy. Kick daddy.
That was great about the girls that were developing. They didn't know how to they didn't know how to live with their new boobs.
What, did it get in the way of their writing? And
well, now you see a well-endowed woman.
Yeah.
She knows how to work her boobs because she's had them for a long time.
Sure.
But, you go from flat-chested to wah in one summer.
Uh-huh.
They're getting in the way of everything. And they just don't know how to live with them yet.
Yeah.
Which is a lot of fun for you, the guy.
Well, since we're calling out former classmates, I'd like to address this girl, Pam.
Sure.
From
Pam
Elwood Junior High. She was president of the IBTC.
Yeah.
Which, of course, is the itty-bitty T committee.
Mm-hmm.
And she was the opposite end of the spectrum, completely flat-chested for, I believe, the entire, school career, even through high school.
Yeah.
And then I believe on Classmates.com, she turned up and had gotten implants.
Really?
To compensate for her years of being called, the president of the IBTC.
Sure.
And they're just giant. They're giant cans now.
Overcompensating?
She was really skinny, too, and now she's, kind of plump.
Sure.
With giant cans.
Sure.
And she bleached her hair. She, wanted to turn into a different person, I think.
Sure.
Hysterical. And we ragged her relentlessly.
Well, if you want to continue.
Why not? Plenty of ammo.
David, we all knew.
Oh,
you weren't fooling anybody.
Oh, no, really?
You weren't fooling anybody.
Oh, boy.
And
yeah.
You were good at sports, but didn't you notice everyone ran out of the locker room when you decided it was time to shower?
Okay.
You weren't fooling anyone. Not a soul.
Did he fool some people for a while in elementary school, when you just thought he was sensitive?
Right. I didn't fully understand what that was all about as a little kid, but I knew something was different.
Yeah.
Kind of talk like a girl.
Yeah, hung out with the girls a lot.
You were great in the mile, but you weren't fooling anyone.
Was he in drama class? Did he do a lot of plays?
Was he in drama? That's a really good question. I don't remember anymore.
I always wanted to be in the plays.
Yeah.
But I didn't have the courage to go in and audition, do that. But then when the play was all put together and it was the night they did it.
Yeah.
I always felt like I wanted to be one of the in crowd that was hanging out and getting the adulation.
Right.
And then hanging out afterwards in the back hallway by the stage, congratulating each other with their bad makeup on and everything.
Sure.
Yeah, I kind of wanted to. I was a nobody.
Valerie, we knew there was something going on.
Really?
Oh, yeah. With one of the...
Really?
This one might be... Maybe I should shut up.
Oh, so you're talking about a crime.
Well, yeah. Yeah, there was a lot of staying after school, and Valerie, people were talking. I want to say last name so bad right now to prove my point, but
Well, yeah, I can't quite do that.
Jimmy, you want to share?
A couple of people.
You got one?
Know anyone in school? Or was it you? You're the one that if anyone else had a radio show, they'd be talking about you. Oh, and there was this guy, Jim.
There's a lot of sexual deviance when I was a boy.
Was there?
Of course.
In school?
Not in school, but with school kids, yeah.
With the little schoolmates?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I talked about it, yeah. Masquerade, yeah.
Yeah. Well, we
wasn't alone.
I'll know about that.
Yeah. Let's go to Sarah in Jersey. Sarah.
Hi, boys. How are you?
Good. Hey, Sarah.
Hi, Jimmy.
Hi.
In 8th grade, there was a girl named Christy Reicher.
Whoa. Do we go last names here?
Well, for that, it's okay.
Okay.
I don't care. She deserves it.
All right.
It was time to switch classrooms, and she came out in her khakis that were nicely stained red, and she had no idea.
Oh, wow.
Oh, right in the middle of 8th grade class.
Yeah.
She's walking through the hallways, has no idea. A teacher had to pull her aside and say, look, you've got a problem. And to cover it up, she's using her purse to, hide it.
Not quite working, huh?
No, everyone's just laughing their ass off as we walk to class.
Nice. There you go. We're calling out our classmates from the past. Pat,
like
Brooklyn.
Jackie O's dress.
Yeah, yeah. What's up, Pat?
What's up, fellas?
Hey.
Pat! One time in second grade or third grade or something, this kid just crapped in the classroom, and the smell was intense, and no one knew what it was. And then all of a sudden, someone saw a piece of crap underneath his desk, which kind of boggles the mind, because how did the crap actually get from the pants all the way down?
I don't know if that's going to...
Yeah, you got... I don't know. You might not have kept it clean.
I don't know. We were giving him the benefit of the
standards.
doubt, and then we don't know, because now it's being used as that. Just a kid went in his pants.
Sure.
So you say he went in his pants and smelled the whole room up.
Yeah. See, there you go. I like to think our listeners can figure stuff out if we speak in code.
Yeah.
I think we got some bright listeners for the most part. You don't have to over-explain to the point where the FCC has to get involved. Yeah, yes, Jimmy.
I had a bad habit of, let's just say, not making it to the restroom because I like to go at home only. I was one of those people I didn't like to public facilities.
I don't think anybody really enjoys the public facility more than they do home.
Well,
home is home.
You were sick of getting hit on?
No.
Got to a point, oh my God, no, I just...
Tapping the foot underneath the stall.
Tap, tap, tap.
Wide stance.
But I remember I had a little accident.
Yeah.
And I was in line to leave, and all the classes... I had a big crush on Kelly Howell.
Oh, who didn't?
Oh, of course. She was very cute.
Was she?
And I remember she was standing right behind me, and it was very obvious that I had a little accident.
Oh, no.
And I'll never forget the tap of her finger on my shoulder.
She tapped you?
Kelly never talked to me. And I'm like, yeah.
Oh, good icebreaker.
And, yeah. And she tapped me, and she goes, did you go poops in your pants?
Oh, no. Oh, no.
I attempted sarcasm, and I was like, yeah, right. But I had.
But you were being accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I did.
That was awful. I'll never forget that little tap.
She actually had to tap you and ask you.
Yeah, she didn't beat around the bush.
No.
No.
Wow, that would be embarrassing to even have to ask you. Think how embarrassed you must have been.
Horrified.
What'd you do?
Stood there and stared straight ahead. The same way I did when Lynn in high school, when I used to be very greasy and I wouldn't shower much. And she was sitting next to a girl I had a big crush on. And then she leaned forward and goes, hey, why don't you wash your hair? And then they were sitting together, her and this girl I had a big crush on.
Oh,
boy.
And I didn't answer her. And I said, it is washed. That was my answer.
You had some really bad comebacks.
It is washed.
It is washed.
Yes, I had taken the Carlisi improv class. And then she tapped me again, and I just I kicked back at her chair.
Whoa, like shut up.
Yeah. And she laid off. I had to threaten her with physical violence.
Amazing. We got the phones lit. 877-212-018. We're calling out past classmates. One of the many things we're doing today. Also, we started the break by talking about the running of the bulls.
Yeah.
They do this for 8 days, Jimmy. 8 days they torture these damn bulls through the streets of Papillon.
And they, you see the bulls like when they slide, on the pavement, just smash into a building.
Yeah,
they're not made to run on pavement.
No, but they do this for 8 straight days.
Oh.
8 days, these poor bulls have to deal with this crap. You know what would be kind of interesting today is to see other things we do with animals to make ourselves feel better. Because I remember one where they throw like
How about a chicken and a German?
Yeah. What's the one where they throw like I think it's a calf from like the 5th floor.
Whoa!
And it's some kind of religious ceremony or something.
I think it's in India.
I can't remember.
It's in India.
Yeah, of course.
But we do some sick crap with animals. I want to get a few of those on the show today. The ones where it's tradition, it's religious. Those type of things, not some ass doing something dumb. I'm talking about something that they do year after year after year.
That's accepted.
That's accepted, yes. I remember something with a calf being thrown to its death, and that's supposed to bring good luck, or I don't know.
Not to the calf.
Yeah, no kidding.
Jesus.
We'll get the info after the break. Opie and Anthony. Opie and Andy. That's what you're listening to.
And Andy.
Opie and Andy. Anthony Show. You got that right. Lots going on today. Got more stories. We're calling out our classmates from the past.
You know who they are. They kind of got a little infamy there during their school years by doing various things. Maybe going to the bathroom in the cafeteria.
Yeah.
Throwing up.
And it's all molded
in the hallway.
It's all molded in like grammar school, and you can become like the star quarterback, or the really, really hot chick by the time high school rolls around. But it always goes back to what you remember from grammar school.
Yeah, because kids are cruel.
Let's say hi to Dano in Kentucky. Dano.
Good morning, boys. Happy birthday, Jimmy.
Thank you.
Jimmy's got a big one coming up in 10 days. It's his birthday every day, but the big birthday's in 10 days, and it's a biggie.
Yes, he'll be 21.
Yes.
All right, guys. I went to school at Scott High School in Kenton County, Kentucky.
Sure.
We had a young man there named Michael. I'll leave his last name out of it. He was captain of the video club, and he did a piece on the basketball team.
Okay.
Yes. Well, as soon as it went to fuzz, there was Michael.
I know what you're going to say. I'm going to help you out with this one. He was taking care of himself. So this,
yes, thank you.
So this kid was making a video for the, what'd you say, the basketball team?
Yeah, it was like captain of the video club or whatever.
And what they were, you got to explain a little bit. So then they're going to show this video during one of their games?
So they showed the video before first period started. It was like little TV news thing, and then it was like a local like a school event show, like a school news show.
Sure, okay, I gotcha.
Well, anyway, this is the best part. The wrestling coach looks up at the screen in his class. He looks up because he also teaches health, and he goes, "We'll be discussing that later in the year, guys."
Ooh.
Wow.
Kind of embarrassing.
No kidding.
He's never lived it down.
Unless you're like really sporting. Then it's kind of like, hey, threw this in on purpose.
That's right.
Hi, gals.
I was advertising. We all do it. Might as well show you what I got. Let's do one more, and then we're going to move on to a couple things, then get back to this. Todd, Richmond, what's up?
Hey, good morning, guys.
Good morning, Todd.
Hey, I'm going to call out a girl in first grade. Her name was Tammy. This is actually kind of calling out a teacher, too, because Tammy was one of these girls. This is pre-Ritalin days when all we were back then is just hyper brats. And no one could stand this girl. She was always acting up. And teacher used to always say the same thing our parents said to us was, we wanted attention. Tammy always wants attention. Teacher had enough one day, snaps, grabs this girl, brings her out to the hallway into these recessed glass showcases. They used to put like nativity scenes and things like that in there.
Trophies, things like that, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Unlocks the showcase, puts Tammy inside, locks her in, marches out every first grade classroom and says to each kid one at a time, "Go give Tammy all the attention she wants." And we all had to stand there and just laugh our butts off. And so, of course, Tammy relieved herself on a hay bale beside a pumpkin, and it was just phenomenal.
God bless that teacher for doing that, but you do that these days.
Oh, you're in jail.
Are you fired or so fired on this one?
So fired.
So fired. Right?
And probably in jail.
Yeah, unfortunately.
And for good reason, because I'll be honest with you, that girl was never the same after that. It's like she suffered some kind of brain damage. It fixed her.
Yeah.
It fixed her. No medication, just good old-fashioned butt kicking. So
there was a retard that used to live.
Good job, Todd. Good job.
Used to live down the street.
A tard?
A tard. Used to live down
waterhead?
the street. Yeah, and their house had a big bow window. You know, those windows that kind of protrude out a little bit.
Well, because the kid wants to get his big head near the window to look out.
Big head's got it. And on the inside of a bow window, it's almost like you got this little ledge to stand on to be in the bow window. Well, this retarded kid, it was a girl, by the way, would stand there, and she'd just take her clothes off.
Oh, nice.
And all the neighborhood kids would just stand in front of this window and watch. It was like Amsterdam.
Amsterdam.
Yeah. And, we would just stand there and watch until her parents would come and just kind of pull her away from the window.
Yeah.
To all of us booing.
Was she pretty or was she a mess?
Boo. Oh, she was a mess. She was,
Yeah.
Down syndrome and stuff. So, but she would take her clothes off and just kind of stand, not move, not do anything sexy, just stand there naked. And we would all just go, ooh. Kids, Jesus. We're just such sick little bastards.
Of course. Hey, the other thing, because the running of the Bulls, we learned it's for 8 days they're doing this to the Bulls. And by the way, I know what goring is, or to be gored. I just like to think that the horn's going someplace.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody's calling me out on it. I know what it means. Yeah, he goes, that's not what it means. He actually got gored in the abdomen. All right, but I like to think that the Bulls really winning and getting one up the you-know-what.
That would still be getting gored in the abdomen if it goes far enough.
Yeah, exactly. So we're looking for this is another thing we're doing today where we mess with animals for our pleasure, or because it's a ceremony of some kind of religious ceremony or some kind of tradition. And Jason from Columbus reminds us of one. What about in the 1920s when a girl riding a horse would jump off a platform into a tub of water?
Yes.
That was for our enjoyment every summer.
The Steel Pier down at Atlantic City.
Yeah.
And now, as we all gather around, Mary on her horse is going to jump off of this 100-foot platform into a bucket of water. Look how excited the horse seems to be doing this.
You know, if the horse could talk, what do you think he would say?
I don't want to do this.
Please don't make me do this.
It's against every instinct I have.
Right. I want to be back in the field.
Yes, I'll pull a plow. That is something a horse does not want to do. And if you've ever seen, like, old film clips of it, the horse is so apprehensive to jump off. Its little hooves are going... It does not want to go. Exactly. And there's Mary kicking away.
They basically got to push the horse over the side. Basically what they do, I think, the diving board, they just make it smaller and smaller and smaller. They just start pulling it in.
Yeah, pull it in and let the horse just
until the horse doesn't have a choice.
Wait, what would happen? I'm not sure what happened.
It was the most disgusting thing ever.
It was the diving horse. And they would both jump into this giant wooden bucket of water. Like a
horse
pool.
Die?
No, not supposed to. It wasn't supposed to, I'm sure.
But it was never the same.
They had their shares. Yeah. The horse just got out of there going, oh, my God. What the hell was that?
Yeah. Yeah, so for our enjoyment, that's what we did.
We did a lot of fun things with that.
Here's the diving horse. Wait, the best part of this footage, it's old school footage. We'll throw it up on onaradio.com. Start it over again. The horse thinks it's getting a treat. It's running up these stairs like, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, I'm getting a treat.
Where am I going?
Here,
I'm going somewhere special.
Yeah, watch this, Jimmy.
I get a good view.
All of a sudden, the horse is really motivated to run up these stairs because I'm sure we tricked it into something.
They're showing a bunch of old clips of stupid things
Here, look.
people
Oh
do.
boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Hey, it's going to be fun.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
They run the horse. Oh, my God.
Right into the pool.
Into a pool, and now he's just like, ah!
What the hell just happened?
Give me some oats.
We stink. Our relationship with animals, we stink.
Oh, we're much better than we used to be as far as entertainment goes, that's for sure. Although we'll still dress a monkey up in a cowboy hat and have him ride a dog.
Sure.
Because that's just hysterical.
It really is funny.
I will say that PETA gets carried away because like my thing that I think is entertaining is you take baby elephants.
Yeah.
And it's called a tap dance. And what you do is you take the baby elephants and you put them in a little pit with thumbtacks and nails, and they have to walk on it. And they go ow ow ow. But you play music, and it looks like they're dancing.
And you hear little clickety clack sounds.
And I've been criticized for that new amusing.
You
thing.
shouldn't be.
Yeah.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
It's cute. The little trunks go up.
As they try to pull the tacks out of their feet with their trunk.
Then they get in their trunks. Like, what's going on here?
Oh, this was our own Sam? This happened too?
What?
Oh, I wasn't even going to go to this phone call. Kevin, Virginia Beach, what's up?
What's happening, boys?
How are you?
I'm doing well.
Good.
Just thought I'd throw a little classmate under the bus.
Okay.
But your young waif employee, Sam.
You went to school with Sam?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Oh.
And I was actually a part of this as well, but singing the theme to Different Strokes in the hallway of high school.
Sam used to?
Ugh.
Oh, yeah.
No, you wouldn't.
Why?
Oh, Sam!
Oh.
I only want to hear you singing the Different Strokes theme if you and Dudley are in a tub.
With what was his
Carlson.
name? Mr. Carlson.
Yeah.
Oh, now he's got hair like Willis too.
And hopefully he winds up like Kimberly.
Sam, you used to sing the Different Strokes theme in high school?
Well, you have to understand, this is when Different Strokes was just starting on Nick at Night, so it was an exciting time in my life and in Kevin's life.
You're not selling this one.
And so, I mean, yes, there would be mornings where we'd sing the Different Strokes song.
Well, well, why don't you give us a little bit of the different Strokes theme?
You want to sing over the music, or you want to go
I think you should go a cappella like you would have school.
Acapella, let's go. Oh, the
right.
camera's in here. You know how you film people doing weird stuff?
Yeah.
Look at Steve running in and filming you.
Oh, what's the matter, Steve?
Oh, Steve just ran out. What happened?
You know something? He's Sam's always prepared with the camera.
Always.
Yeah.
And Steve comes in with the camera thinking he's going to get Sam.
Never, nope.
And he just went, and ran out.
What happened, Steve?
He growled like a big bear.
You didn't have tape in it?
Mm.
Now you're opening up a... All right.
You got a new cassette, a little HD cassette there.
I guess I'll just wait here and warm up the pipes or something.
Yeah, why don't you do a little...
Yes. Me. Steve, any funny comments about how you walked in without any tape in the camera?
Yes.
None whatsoever.
I don't have tape. We know that.
Dude, I was laughing all day yesterday after work. Just doing Steve improvs all day. I was doing everything literally. I'm putting something in the microwave. That's all I was doing.
All right, let's get the Different Strokes theme on.
Oh.
Yeah. We got film in the camera. Let's go.
All right, here we go. Well, the world don't move to the beat of just one drum. What might be right for you may not be right for some. A man is born, he's a man of means. Then along come two. They got nothing but the genes, but they got different strokes it takes. Different strokes it takes. Different strokes. Everybody's got a special kind of story. Everybody finds a way to
Kirk
shine.
Douglas's theme song.
It don't matter that you got not a lot. So what? They'll have theirs and you'll have yours and I'll have mine.
Sam, so you went down to the New York Times building this morning, didn't you?
Oof, I can't even look at Sam.
You did that in school?
Well, there was more people. I mean, Kevin would join in and a couple other people.
Well, you need a little harmony, right?
Yeah.
Your friends join in?
Well, we were just being silly.
Were you?
Silly.
Yeah.
Madcap
were you
times.
really?
Yeah, just kind of before class.
Good times.
Yeah.
Good times.
Yeah.
Ugh, where did you go to?
Oh, well, Kevin used to sing it with you?
Yeah.
Hey, Kevin.
Yes.
Son of a bitch.
You're going to know when to... Do you know when to jump in here?
Yeah.
All right, Sam, why don't you start? And
Oh,
Kevin...
we're gonna go again.
Yeah, and
why
Kevin,
not?
when you know when to jump in, you just jump in with your old classmate, Sam.
You
All
ready?
right.
You ready, Kevin?
I'm on it.
Okay. Well, the world don't move to the beat of just one drum. Might be right for you, may not be right for some. A man is born, he's a man of me. Then along come two. They got nothing but the genes, but they got different strokes. It takes different.
His phone isn't working very well, is it?
It just messed up the whole bit. All right, Kevin, thank you.
You suck.
Yeah.
That
That's
was
wonderful.
That was being cool.
No, Kevin also used to laugh at the retarded kids to their faces, so he was not a nice person.
All right, we also have Sam in here because you went down to what? What did you do? Opie and Anthony get the scoop on the story of the... You're calling it the story of the century, Sam.
Wow.
I mean,
Well, I just have a question about Sam. Did the different strokes remind you of your own thing, the white family adopting the black kid?
no,
All right.
I'm not adopted.
Well, you are black, though.
I'm actually, both my parents are Caucasian.
Sam's a light-skinned black guy, and I think that his parents adopted him, and he doesn't know that.
You see Sam's brother?
I've not.
There's black blood in this family.
Oh, yeah, I have seen
Really?
it, yes.
Yes. Somewhere there's some black blood. A few drops there,
You
Sam.
think there's been some shenanigans, Sam?
Yeah.
It has yet to be uncovered.
You admitted that you're a descendant of the great Thomas Jefferson.
Thomas Jefferson, who,
Right.
of course, has a whole part of his family. They get together at the family reunion every year.
Only one part of the family.
Well, no, actually, the black part of the family
not?
has started to, show up at these reunions now that they found out that he did, in fact, have sexual relations with some of his slaves who had children, and they consider themselves descendants, which they are, of Thomas Jefferson.
Imagine the first year they showed up at the party, how annoyed everybody got. Well, I guess they're here.
It's part of our culture we kind of wanted to forget about.
We caught, said we got to let him into the party. First year was probably awkward.
So, Sam, knowing that about Thomas Jefferson and then looking at you and you swear you're a descendant, see, it's obvious. There's something going on.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's.
You guys might have got back on track, but someone went off the road for a little while.
And then we found out that Sam dated black girls exclusively for up until his present girlfriend.
Before he met the lovely Jess, who everybody wants to...
What?
Jesus.
Just talk to.
Just talk to?
Yes.
She's a good conversationalist.
Yes, she is there, Sam. I think Ronnie has a major crush on her, and I know Club Soda Kenny does, and I know the list goes on and on. Yes, there, Jimmy. You all right? Yeah. What happened?
Nothing, just looking at the dump list.
Oh, I'm sure.
What got dumped? Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's...
Poop.
they dumped the word poop.
How? You know something?
Can somebody ask...
Yeah, we got to
Hildebrand
fight
and the
for
lawyers,
something here.
Can somebody ask if the FCC has ever fined a show for someone telling a story about when they were a little boy and they had an accident and they used the word poop?
Yeah, please.
So, and I know that you're doing your job as a dump guy, but come on, man, you got to use some common sense. No one, that's never going to be finable, and it never was finable. If you said that to the Pope, he'd chuckle.
Right.
You know, a lot of people are trying to figure out how to save radio. If you want to save radio, you got to get young, hip lawyers. Not these old curmudgeons that this company has been with for decades.
Who can we ask about
It's
that?
time for these lawyers that they presently have to retire and let some young bucks that have a little gumption come in and keep everything edgy and safe at the same time.
They just dumped the word gumption.
Yeah, I mean, when it gets down to the fact that we have to dump out the word poop, these lawyers are out of touch.
Please
They need to move on.
Please, somebody do some research.
Simple as that.
And find out if there's ever been a fine levied for the use of the word poop.
In that context.
Right.
Stunt brain. Yep. Yeah, the FCC. I mean, I would love for this show to be fined for using the word poop. That would be hilarious.
Not a variation of it. Not in a context that is filthy or against FCC regulations. I understand, but I even defy you to find one of those.
Well, Hildebrand is coming up next week to have a little session with us.
Don't even bother. We did that session, and then he sits there and explains why we can't do anything. I'm like, this wasn't the reason we're meeting, you ass.
I'm sure
I haven't talked to that guy since that meeting, if you need to know the truth. Wow. That guy's a waste of time. Don't meet with him. Go have lunch with the guys.
I'm sure I won't be invited to it, but can you just ask him?
Don't meet with them. I'm telling you, it's going to be a waste of time. Now you got under my skin.
Well,
we were supposed to have this big to-do meeting, like, okay, look, there's problems here, so we need to meet and figure out how we can work together and how you guys can help us do an edgier show. And the whole meeting was 2 hours of him explaining why we can't do this, and this. I'm like, we accomplished nothing. Don't meet with him. I'm telling you right now.
I'll try and get out of it, but it was sent from above.
Of course.
Well, you have to.
Yeah. Why? What's the reasoning?
About the
guy's out of touch and doesn't give a crap if this show survives or not. He don't care. He doesn't care. We need young lawyers that understand there's a very, very talented radio show that could get massive ratings, but you got to help us out and allow us to be edgy, knowing that the word poop is not going to get us fined.
Well, so you need a kid out of a Grisham novel.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what we want. A young go-getter that's got
Grisham on the phone.
That's got to prevail.
Well,
I've been dealing with these lawyers since we moved to New York 10 years ago, and they were in place way before we got here. They're a waste. They're not helping no one except they're making sure their bank accounts are nice and fat. Because then when we don't get the job done, then there'll be another show and they'll make their jobs miserable.
The word
don't meet with them. I'm telling you, it's going to be a waste of time.
Well, it's about the bag words too,
dude. Has anyone watched? Oh my God, you got me going.
Well, that's it. I mean, that's what I'm going in there for.
Has anyone watched I Survived a Japanese Game Show yet? And we're not allowed to do like Asian humor on this radio show? Are you kidding me? Take a peek at I Survived the Japanese Game Show.
Yeah.
They make fun of what we can't make fun of.
Of course.
Oh, my. Don't meet with them. I'm telling you. I will never meet with them again.
I'll try to get out of it, but it's, I got a one of those invitations.
Oh, when he gets from brass, you got to go.
What was the reasoning?
Well, we had an incident where some of the bag words got out.
God, they should have.
Yeah, I know
the
that.
DBs?
Yeah,
a couple DBs,
and
so now
SBs.
you have to meet with them?
And the SBs.
The FCC is not going to fine you for saying DB.
It's not an FCC issue. It's a CBS issue.
They're going to drive you nuts.
Well,
they don't give a crap about you and your career. They don't give a crap about the
He actually should meet because it will give him an insight into what. Yeah.
How ridiculous it is!
Well, he has to. He has no choice. He has
to. Of course.
He can't just say I'm not meeting with them.
Yeah.
No, he has to. He can. We can.
Oh, he can.
You're part of the show now. Look, I don't even want to be on mic.
Jesus Christ.
It is, I mean, you have to meet with them. It is a waste, though.
Dude, it was infuriating because Ant and I were like, holy crap, this is a nightmare. So we had this big meeting. They flew up. We had the big guy who we definitely respect, Dan Mason, a few others in the room, Tom Chiusano, who we respect. He's gone from the company now. And we sat down, and we got nothing accomplished. I sat there like, why are we even meeting? I don't need to know why we can't do things. I need you guys to help us be able to get other things on our radio show.
This is one of the very few CBS things I was allowed to be at, and I was at this meeting, and I asked him point blank because we couldn't have topless girls in here. We weren't allowed to have topless girls,
which has nothing to do with the FCC, by the way.
Nothing.
No.
And he said, well, it might get into this area, and I'm like, well, has there ever been a fine levied for somebody just being topless in a studio? I mean, it's mind-boggling to me. On a radio show. And he goes, well, no. What are you doing? I mean, it's not 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon.
Right.
I mean, how far do you want to go? How far removed are we going to get?
Oh, by the way, they said they'll look into it and try to figure it out. Guess what? We never heard from them again. Don't meet with them.
I'll try not to. But
if you meet with them, you're fired.
Jesus Christ.
Don't meet with them, I'm telling you. It's a waste of time.
Well, I went in to try and get
call them back and go, look, I don't want to meet with you guys. It's a waste of time. We'll make sure your dumb DB word is dumped every time now, which has nothing to do with you. It's the guy down the hall, and he shouldn't be dumping that.
But I was going in to try and get things changed, especially after the Mike Myers thing. Remember, he said the poop word, and it got dumped. And it was a simple thing.
What did he get dumped for?
Poop.
Oh, Mike Myers got dumped.
Yeah.
for poop?
We have to fight for poop.
And I think it's worth fighting for.
I think poop is worth fighting for. We have to make a stand on poop.
These guys are a
And I
waste
think-
of time.
And I brought up the same thing Travis just handed to me in the list of children's books with the word poop in the title that have
Yes.
been covered on morning shows and shows like Oprah and Regis and all this stuff.
I'm about to read a list of children's books with the word poop in the title.
Right.
Let's see if it makes the air. These are books that 5-year-olds are reading.
They're reading. And of course, all these rules are put into place to protect the children.
Give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down there, E-Rock. List of children's books with the word poop in the title.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone poops.
That one is a very well-known one, by the way, too.
Is it?
Yeah. A lot of parents get that one for their kids.
They also read a book called Where's the Poop?
Mm-hmm.
Who's mud flapping Maddie?
Any more of these filthy offensive titles?
Yes, I got distracted. Worst morning show ever. A show in Myrtle Beach called Mud Flappin' Maddie. It hurts when I poop.
Emotionally?
A story for children who are scared to use the potty.
Oh.
And then finally, the truth about poop. Thumbs up or down on the list of children's books that use the word poop there, E-Rock?
E-Rock's still listening on delay.
Yeah, they're on delay.
So E-Rock's listening in delay. And then you got to...
I don't see how you can...
What?
First one was dumped.
First one dumped.
Wow.
Wow.
Come on, man.
And you're going to meet with these
Kevin.
idiots? You're a dummy.
Thank you.
Stunt Brain is a dummy.
Yeah, but you got to use your common sense too
No.
on the button. You got. I
You
know
gotta
he's
tell
doing
these
his
guys
job.
no. But I'm saying, but
he can't. He has to meet with them. He can't not. Even though he doesn't want to, he has to. He can't say no. It's impossible. They'll say you're meeting or you're fired. He has to.
And I have to feel like I can stand up for the show and at least make a swing at it.
If you're going to meet with them, go, look, I know I just want to acknowledge that this is a complete waste of time, but I'm forced to meet with you. That should be your opening statement.
I would like the meeting standing up because that way it'll last 5 minutes.
Dude, these guys are a waste of time. They don't give a crap about our success. They don't care if we succeed or fail whatsoever. They don't care. They just don't care.
What else, E-Rock?
They dumped the
Just the
children's
first
book?
one.
Dude,
That was the most popular one, too,
bro,
right?
you dumped the title of a children's book.
Yeah.
No, I don't blame him. I really don't. He's got his. He's got the people that are telling him what to do.
I understand that.
I
I'm
mean,
not blaming him. I don't think anybody's ever said to him.
you got to go way above the dump guy on this one. I don't blame him.
It sounded like it, but Jiven's saying it's not. The first one wasn't dumped.
Oh, okay.
Then what was dumped?
Just the last one.
The last one was dumped?
Just the last one. It hurts when I...
one.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God. It's mind-boggling. Yeah. That is just beyond me. Wow.
You know what? Just get your iPods and get it over with. Just destroy radio for us, please.
We're doomed as like a nation when they're doing that. I don't get it.
Why are these guys responsible for radio?
Those
I
are
don't get it.
children's books.
I don't get why these lawyers are responsible for our success. They're not keeping us safe.
They're available.
They're making it harder for us to do this
Because they've sunk their claws into every other aspect of entertainment, and that's what lawyers do. They sink their claws into things. They create nothing. They help nothing.
So stunt day brain. Stunt of the brain. So you were forced to meet with them? Because the DB word got
well, I
through a few times?
I initially asked after the Mike Myers thing because I wanted to fight for it. I thought, geez, we got to be able to stand up and take a swing for ourselves. And that was said, yeah, eventually. And then the D-bag and the S-bag thing happened. And they said, let's get everybody back in line and make sure, since you're the new guy, that everybody understands where the lines are.
Yeah.
So
nice and safe, gang.
Yeah, the lines are way back.
So
from where they should be if you were a young, hip lawyer and understood, how hard it is to do this type of radio to begin with.
Yep.
You don't give a crap.
Nope.
I will never meet with them again. Never. Maybe physically, I might have to, but I won't be there emotionally.
Emotionally.
Not at all. Nope. Don't even say hi to him anymore. We did that corporate function. He's across the room. I'm like, don't even look at me. I don't acknowledge you exist. You made our jobs a nightmare. Opie and Anthony. It's Opie and Anthony. Hi. Gutshot Drew is making me laugh today from Howell. He writes, Stunt Brain is like the new soldier in Vietnam. All bright-eyed, thinking he can make a difference. Vets O&A understand the quagmire, but let him go to his cute little meeting knowing he's going to get his blanks blown off.
Stay with me, Stunt Brain. Stay with me. See this piece of crap? Bag him and tag him.
Go have fun at your little meeting as they talk down to you the entire time and belittle you.
They're not even that bright.
They stink.
Like, literally, when you're debating over a point, it's not like you're debating F. Lee Bailey.
Right.
It's irritating.
They don't have answers, usually. And
I know you don't like me. And I don't care.
We'll look into that.
What, Jimmy, what?
Not you.
No, I didn't hear, though.
I said, and I know you don't like me, and I don't care.
I don't give a crap who likes us. Well, I care if the listeners like us.
I like being liked.
Listeners, do you like us?
It's fun.
I mean, all of us. I know you have your favorites, but do you like the show in general?
After me, who's your favorite?
Hey! I want to give a shout out to the Deadheads because it was 13 years ago today that the Grateful Dead played their last show.
13 years?
Yeah. And I think Jerry's been dead for about 12 now.
15.
Well, parts of his body been dead for a while. He's missing what?
Old dead feet.
Finger.
He was missing a finger. And then you got some birthdays. We don't usually do birthdays, but
You're doing a birthday shout out?
Well, you got three. You got Courtney Love. She's 44 today. You got Tom Hanks. How old do you think Tom Hanks is? I'm kind of surprised at this, actually.
51.
52.
Wow.
Really?
I
thought he would be older with all the hit movies he's had over the years.
Oh, I thought you were thinking he'd be younger. Okay.
Mm-mm. And then, guess how old OJ is?
9.
Today. OJ's 61, which means he killed, allegedly.
Oh, no, he killed him. They civil suit said it. He killed
All right,
his wife.
good. So we could officially start saying
He always
that.
could. He killed her. We know it.
He's 61 today, which means he was, 47 when he when he did what he did. I thought he was older when he did what he did. All right. Hey, we had a guy climbing the New York Times building here in New York City. This is not a repeat. This is the third guy. We had two guys do it about a month ago or so, and they went all the way to the top. Third guy today decided to go up about 11 stories, I believe. He hung some dumb banner that no one could read, and they arrested him. What's up, Jimmy?
I'm thinking of the size of his banner.
Yeah.
Like, what a dope.
Yeah.
It's just a small little poster.
Yeah, that no one could read. So Sam ran down there.
Thank God.
And got some Man on the Street stuff. And we love Man on the Street stuff, right?
Oh, yeah, and this stuff, I mean, these people watching for hours on end, some guy who climbed up and put up a bed sheet with some stickers that nobody could read on it.
No, really?
Yeah. It was like, I mean, you could see the banner, but then there were a bunch of red stickers or letters or, I mean...
It was basically 8x10s.
Yeah.
All over the place that you couldn't read.
No.
Some guy with a southern accent explains what's going on to young Sam.
All right, so you've been here since like 5 o'clock. What are we looking at? Somebody's climbing up this building?
Yeah, well, when I got here, he was on right at the New York Times on the T hanging out. And then they went through the glass, it looks like, and pulled him in a few minutes ago. And he hung a flag, which they're pulling up now. I just don't know what the flag says.
Where are you from? Are you from here?
I'm from down in Virginia, but I live here now.
How long have you been living here for?
I've been living here for a little over a year and absolutely love New York.
So, I mean, the excitement on the street was at a fever pitch.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, this is...
yeah.
The whole city stopped for this one, huh, Sam?
Oh, yeah. They had to close off like a whole block.
Southern guy says who he's voting for and why, then comments on the New York Times climber. Jumping? He thinks he's going to jump?
Well, that was the question posing. You know, is he, isn't he? It's crazy stuff.
All right.
Do you have any plans on who you're going to vote for in the upcoming election?
Oh, yes, Obama.
How come?
I feel like it is time for a change. I don't think we can take another 4 years of the Republican Party.
What kind of changes would you like to see?
Oh, I'd like to see changes in just the way to help bring our boys back home from overseas. And I like to see some changes just in just the way the people are treated here in the United States.
Are you secretly kind of hoping that this guy jumps off the building?
No, I'm not. I do like seeing that big air mattress over there. That's kind of the first time I've ever seen one of them besides on TV.
You think that would really help him if he jumped?
No, Lord, no.
All right, thanks a lot.
Yeah, y'all have a good one.
I'm sort of invested in this. I kind of like this.
Why is
I
it-
kind of like Sam on the street.
Why wouldn't the air mattress help?
It wasn't a big mattress. I mean,
Oh, really?
the New York Times building is a block long.
Yeah.
And the mattress is like the size of a car. So
Okay.
if you just jump a little to the right, a little to the left, you're going to miss the
Yeah,
mattress.
professional stuntmen have to do this.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just some guy falling is going to hit the mattress.
And they have to deflate it. Like, I think, remember that Steve McQueen movie? It was done in Chicago where the guy jumps out of that giant parking garage.
yeah.
And he, lands or something like that on his back. What was it called? Nobody remember?
I don't know.
It's one of the greatest stunts ever done for a movie, though.
That guy's dead now.
Really?
That stunt guy. What was his name? Oh, damn.
Jumped right through the window, right, Jimmy? The breakaway
I
glass?
think so.
Or is that the one with the car? There was
That was the car one. The one I'm talking about might be a Burt Reynolds movie.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a Burt Reynolds Sharky's Machine.
Sharky Machine, yeah.
Yeah.
But when you fall 13 stories or 10 stories, they have to deflate it, I think, when you hit it so you don't bounce off, ricocheting,
That would be hilarious.
Yeah.
You survive
Yeah,
the
it
fall,
does.
but then bounce another 10 stories up and then back down to your death.
They actually, those things have blowout things on the bottom of them. So when you hit, it blows the air out of it.
It pink
or else
socks.
you would. It definitely pink socks.
2 days in a row. Let's see what kind of streak they get going with the pink sock joke. Blue Healer from Kentucky, he writes, CNN.com, this will infuriate Jimmy even more. CNN.com is showing a picture of a dead body on a curb with blood running down the street, and you guys can't say poop.
Yeah.
We can
What's
say
more
poop, I
offensive?
guess, but we just can't say it in certain ways.
Yes, like every other human being.
Yeah.
Or like a 5-year-old would say it.
Yeah.
I'm not in a bad mood. I'm just, when dealing
Not
with
in a bad mood, but this infuriates you, and it should infuriate you. That's all I'm saying,
units.
Jimmy. All right, back to Sam's on the street interviews.
more. Oh, yeah.
Some guy who can't speak lets us know what's happening.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just trying to figure out what's the haps down there.
Oh, okay.
You're calling it the haps?
What's the haps down there?
It's a little reporter lingo.
You know I love a good catchphrase, Sam.
What's the haps?
I like it. What's the haps with Sam Roberts?
That's good. I like that.
What's the haps? Maybe you change your primetime gossip segment into
I feel
here's
like
the haps.
This is the What's the Haps segment.
All right.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, so we're here at the New York Times building. Sir, how long have you been here?
About 45 minutes.
What's been going on?
And I saw the guy who was over there, on the...
So this is what Billy Crystal's doing these days? No? What was his SNL character that this guy almost sounds like?
Yeah.
You look marvelous.
Yeah.
Almost. All right.
All right, so we're here at the New York Times building. Sir, how long have you been here?
About 45 minutes.
What's been going on?
And I saw the guy who was over there, on the other side of the building, and it started moving. And then it was coming down. I thought maybe he gonna, maybe he gonna make a decision, maybe jump or...
So this guy's just been climbing up the building since you've been here?
No, I didn't see him climb the building, but I saw him inside the building.
The what?
All right, look.
The building?
I know it's
Yeah.
America, but not everyone should be allowed to vote.
The building.
The what?
The building.
The what?
That's wonderful.
And you got more audio of this guy?
Yeah, I mean, I figure he's been there for an hour, so he could tell me.
All right.
If you had to guess, what do you think? What would be his reason for going up there?
Maybe, the war, the economy,
Mm.
Do you have any plans for who you're going to vote for in this election?
I don't know, maybe Barack Obama,
How come?
He's a young guy, for young people, and I represent young people.
All right, cool. Well, thank you very much.
Sorry.
There you go, Ant. Every time we ask people why they're voting for Obama, or McCain for that matter, they don't really have a good reason why.
Nah, change.
Well, this guy...
what's some change?
No,
young people for young people.
Young people for young people. We're almost done with what's the haps.
Yeah, what's the haps? This last guy, he let me know that he's been there for 5 hours. And so all these other people that go around doing interviews with me and interviews with the TV stations that were down there, they don't even know what's going on because they got there 45 minutes an hour ago. This guy's been there since the beginning, so he gave me the scoop.
I love these guys.
All right, so we're here in front of the New York Times building. It looks like things are cleaning up. But how long have you been here, sir?
I've been here about a little bit over 5 hours.
And so what happened? This guy just
5 hours. Why? Why?
Why?
I don't think I've ever been anywhere for 5 hours. Not even a good baseball game. I'll bail after 3.5. 5 hours. What is he doing?
5 hours he's standing there watching this guy.
And after, like, it's not like the guy was even on the outside of the building. Like,
Yeah.
it's kind of tiley.
Yeah.
So he was on the inside, so you couldn't even see the guy. You could kind of see a shadow of him.
Oh, because that's what they put up so you can't climb
No,
anymore?
well, yeah, like, they climbed it. Like,
He wasn't even on the outside of the building?
Well, he had a ladder, and then he went behind the tiling and climbed up that way.
Oh, my God. I thought that guy... Oh, wow. Never mind. It's a visual. That would have been amazing. It looked like the guy was taking care of himself right on NBC. But he was massaging his foot. All right, I could give you the visual. He had his foot way up like this, but you could only see the top of his foot, and he was going like this on live TV.
Sounds sexy.
I'm like, and we can't say poop? All right, go ahead.
Yeah, so, I mean, like, he's on the inside of the tiling, and so from the outside, you could kind of see shadows. So the whole time, people were like, oh, they got him. Oh, they didn't. That was the wind.
Right.
And, like...
So they really don't know what they were seeing.
No, and people had been there for hours.
All right, let's get back to the guy that was there for 5 hours.
And so what happened? This guy just started climbing up the building?
Yeah, well, just from that section over there, he just started climbing the building. He was actually on that side, and then he was just crossing over.
You have any idea why he's doing this?
Well, they were saying something about he had put something up there saying something about Bin Laden. Yeah. That's what I heard from a reporter from Channel 11.
If you were there for 5 hours, I think you would have more info than what this guy is giving young Sam Roberts.
Now, by the way, that reporter from Channel 11 was Smug Guy.
He just heard Smug Guy talking.
He heard Smug Guy.
Oh, so that's what's going on.
Yeah.
He's just quoting Smug Guy.
Yeah. Right. Which anyone could have done if they were there for 5 minutes, not 5 hours.
And he was also putting these like stickers up there, like put about 5 stickers.
I got to read
Stickers. Guy put color forms up on the Times building.
One of my favorite things is Sam's sarcasm. He writes for this track, the guy continues to give us the incredible inside scoop.
Sam.
Well, he's been there all night.
What the haps?
What's the haps?
What's the haps?
And he was also putting these like stickers up there, like put about 5 stickers.
So he put them up after he got up there?
Yeah.
Wouldn't it have made more sense to make the banner and then go up there?
Yeah, I don't know.
Were you kind of hoping he was going to fall or jump?
No.
You kind of hoping?
No, I was definitely not. You know, I just thought he was crazy or something at first.
You think he's right for protesting like that, or you think he's nuts?
Definitely not.
That's what you get.
Wow, incredible.
5 hours, you get
this
that.
This guy was waiting there for 5 hours and didn't want him to jump.
Yeah, so what are you waiting for?
Oh, my God. You know what? All right.
A happy ending.
I will wait around for 5 hours if I think the guy's going to jump.
Of course.
If you know the guy's going to jump.
If you know.
Him to do so.
Yeah.
I was only there for like 20 minutes and I wanted him to jump.
I'm not there and I know he didn't jump, but I wish he had.
Yeah.
Exactly. All right, there you go. What's the haps?
I think we're going down the line that people are waiting on for Back to the Future shoes.
Yes. Oh, this is incredible. Nike?
Yeah, Danny and Travis.
Well, you got a lot of lines forming in New York City.
Yep.
Just to backtrack, you got the new iPhone. They're already waiting online at the Apple Store.
July 11th.
And then we found out about the Back to the Future sneaks.
Back to the Future Marty McFly Back to the Future 2 shoes.
Yeah. Danny and Travis are helping me with some Back to the Future trivia. So we're going to see how much these guys know.
Do you really think they're online for the shoes because they kind of look like Marty McFly's Back to the Future 2 shoes?
Kind of. They look exactly like them.
Do they? I've yet to see a picture.
Well, they have laces. So not exactly.
So they're not exactly. Everyone knows Marty McFly's shoes did not have laces.
But we haven't achieved that technology in sneaker yet.
I see Danny, another expert, has walked into it to join us here.
Oh, the Back
what?
to the Future crap.
Why?
Oh, God.
Actually, there's been a, you know how people make these blogs and you could sign up for like an online petition or whatever?
Yeah.
There's been a petition floating around for at least probably 2 or 3 years already to get the Marty McFly 2015 Nikes produced by Nike. And finally finally this dream has come to fruition.
Can I tell you?
What about the self-drying jacket?
They're still working on that. one.
Damn it! I'm looking at the sneaker. By the way, it looks like a Jordan Nike sneaker from 1985.
This was the
2015.
I know, but
It's
it looks
2015 Marty McFly.
But it looks like something that Jordan wore, like when he was winning championships for the Chicago Bulls back in the day.
Sneaker is the pinnacle.
Is it?
Yeah. It's the pinnacle of sneaker technology from the late 80s.
Yeah, and it sticks to a hoverboard like no other sneaker can.
Yeah.
Plus, if you're looking at the movies and a big hologram shark from Jaws 15 comes out at you,
Yeah.
as long as you got your 2015 Marty McFly's on, you're going to be able to avoid it.
Is that another Back to the Future reference?
Of course it is.
I don't give a crap about.
Of course it is. You
Yeah.
gotta watch the movie.
Oh, yeah.
18 more times like we have.
I know.
It
We're
said
obsessed.
actually on the big holographic billboard that Jaws 19 was going to be directed by Max Spielberg, and which is Steven Spielberg's son.
What?
Is it? Was that another reference from this movie?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That
I've
went over my head.
also been privy to some conversation with the boys here
Yeah.
about the DeLorean actually making some kind of a little comeback.
Yeah.
People are buying DeLoreans now.
Are they?
There's a company that is putting together the DeLorean parts that have been in storage, the original parts, and selling a DeLorean. You can pick up a DeLorean for about 40 large now.
For brand
Spanking new DeLorean. And a dream come true would be to have one customized with the flux capacitor inside.
And Mr. Fission.
No, I would want the original plutonium version of that. Because if you have the Mr. Fusion thing in there, first of all, you can't complete it because it can't fly.
Right.
So you just look silly.
Hey, Ant.
Yes.
Did you know that the Mr. Fission was actually a Krups coffee grinder?
Whoa. What? It was.
Sure was.
But for those people waiting online for their Marty McFly shoes, you do have to know that even on a hoverboard, if you're going to go on water, you still need power.
You need power?
Yes, you got to have a pit bull or something like that to go on water.
Yeah,
regardless
because
of your sneaker.
If you're on a hoverboard over water,
It's not going to work.
it's not going to work. Everyone knows that.
Yo, I just want to contribute. This is what I'm hearing right now.
Unless you got power.
There's actually
Yes.
a DeLorean that is made exactly like the Back to the Future one.
Stop it.
That you can rent out.
Really? What?
I suggested we get it for the virus show.
Please pull up in that.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Wouldn't that be a banner day in history?
And that's the one that Kobe Bryant drove up to at the L.A. premiere of these shoes
Oh.
days ago.
Well, I don't like the idea of, it's kind of already been done now. So you pull up in it, you're just another guy pulling up in it.
Yeah, but you could pull up at the virus show on the sidewalk and everybody would be like, Ant, how are you going to get out of here? There's no roads.
We don't need where we're going. We don't need roads.
Yeah.
How about a train?
No.
Can I get a train?
No, that's very stupid.
A Back to the Future steam train that can actually fly?
You need massive amounts of coal.
Yes.
Are you guys?
Well, actually, the dock could make the logs.
Right.
That, have extra power. That red log.
Yeah.
Oof.
Well, I think he used some of the extra plutonium to make the log time travel in the train.
Oh, how did he do that?
It's technology.
I don't think he did that.
Well,
I think
where'd he get red logs from?
I don't know. He made them, though. He was able to make them back in the 1800s.
It's a hell of an inventor.
I know. No one better than Doc.
I learned
Brown.
yesterday what the original name for that movie was.
What?
You don't know?
What?
Spaceman from Pluto.
What? No.
And originally it wasn't a DeLorean, it was a refrigerator.
That's just stupid.
A refrigerator that they had to bring to a nuclear test facility to travel back in time.
What?
To get the radiation, to get the...
And Steven Spielberg didn't want to use a refrigerator because he was afraid that kids were going to just start jumping in refrigerators.
into refrigerators to try to go back in time.
Did he really?
Yeah.
And that would hurt the little children.
So
So then they changed
That's
the name
some
to
great.
Space
Do you know
Jam
who was
Tuxedo.
first cast to be Marty McFly and actually had filmed some sequences?
Katharine Hepburn.
Katharine Hepburn? No.
Danny's raising his hand.
Danny?
The correct answer is Eric Stoltz.
Eric Stoltz, very good. And he played it a little wacky. He was a little too Doc Brownish. There wasn't a good contrast.
Screen caps of this, because actually filmed half of the movie with Eric Stoltz.
Yes, with Eric Stoltz.
Half the movie?
Yeah, and then they actually recast him because he was, they felt he was playing it too over the top. You can go to bttf.com.
Yes.
Which, of course, is Back to the Future.
Have you seen the locations that they've taken pictures of all the various locations that we used in the movie?
Sure
So if you want to do a tour, you can actually go out and do a little tour of the actual locations from the filming.
Even Hill Valley?
Well, no, Hill Valley tragically recently burnt down at Universal Studios lot there in California. So the clock tower, all that, it's gone. It's gone.
Guess they couldn't save the clock tower, huh?
Save the clock tower!
You guys are a bunch of nerds.
Amazing.
I'm hanging with nerds.
We'll probably continue this after the break, right?
You can continue now.
Please, I love it.
Slacker.
Did he ever have hair?
No.
We'll just blurt out lines.
Do I really need to swear?
Yes. God damn it. Daddy-o. Look. So when do the sneakers come out officially?
I don't know. We're going to find out with the next What's the Haps.
What's the Haps? We're going to be at the Nike store. Asking the people that are standing online to get the Marty McFly 2015.
Because I'm sure they don't need any of the other shoes that are coming out. They got to be all there for Back to the Future.
They're just, isn't it? They're just sneaker geeks. They don't know anything about the movie.
I'm going to have to prove you wrong, Hope.
By the way, our own Sam likes to collect sneakers. He's one of those guys.
Oh, yeah.
Do you?
That's one of the haps that are in his life.
Yeah, what's your most valuable pair of sneaks?
Well, from, I think, my birthday, Jess got me a pair of custom-made Rob Zombie Nike Dunks, and they're awesome. And they're custom-made, and they look fantastic. I think I got a picture on my MySpace. So those are probably the most valuable ones, one of a kind. But, I got some exclusive.
Oh, how much are they?
I don't know how much they cost her.
Oh, she had them made for you.
Do you?
Yeah.
Is it a? Do you wear them?
No.
Why? They're sneakers.
Because then they get all messed up.
So then, what do you do with them?
Keep them in the box right next to my desk. I open the box every now and then and say, "That's a nice sneaker."
Well, why would you
like art for him?
Why would you buy sneakers that you don't wear?
Because they're cool.
I can understand if like Michael Jordan won a championship and you happen to get those sneakers, you put them in glass, but.
See, like the sneakers I'm wearing now, I bought like in high school, and I really liked them, but I wore them and they got all messed up.
Yeah.
So for years, I tried to find another pair.
Yeah.
Because these were messed up.
Uh-huh.
And Jess, the saint that she is, finally found another pair, and so now I have a new pair of these that I don't wear.
All right, so what's the haps?
What's the haps?
You're going to be asking these guys Back to the Future questions?
Yeah.
All right.
See if they're really worthy of owning the Marty McFly 2015.
Yeah. Maybe I'll ask him that hoverboard question.
In 1985.
Which one?
I and Jimmy.
Of course.
I and Jimmy don't get that.
Which
You
one?
guys
Well,
are
there
cracking yourselves up. I don't
there
really
can be an
understand.
alternate 1985.
Ah, okay.
That happened because the Sports Almanac was taken back and given to Biff.
Yeah.
And of course, then Biff acquired a lot of money through gambling and built the Big Biff Hotel Casino and pretty much ruined Hill Valley.
Oh, yeah.
And that was the alternative 1985. So which one? I'm talking about the regular 1985.
Can there be an
Danny, but good question.
So which one is some great nerd humor, huh?
Wait, can there be an alternative July 9th, 8 a.m.?
Yeah, please. Me and Jimmy want to go to the other July 9th.
Yes. Going where men are talking about giant racks.
Right.
Things of that nature.
But it does seem odd that 30 years in the future seemed a very long time in 85, and they came up with some pretty outlandish things.
We got 7 years.
So in 7 years, we have to come up with that self-drying
Well, first thing we got to do is come out with a whole lot of Jaws movies.
Right. They got to pump these out because we were up to 19.
And rainbow hats.
And ties that are actually two ties that hang down.
Plus those freeze-dried Pizza Hut pizzas.
Yeah.
And fax machines on the wall. No internet, but fax machines on the wall.
No, fax machines on the wall where the fax that says you're fired
Read
comes
my
out.
fax. Even the
Read my
bathroom.
fax. McFly!
Of course, don't forget the fruit basket elevator.
Right, that lowers the fruit in front of you at the table. It's so convenient.
What was the super microwave that cooks the pizza in 5 seconds?
Of course! It was already brought up, Travis.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Come on. Stay with us here.
Stay with us.
How can we?
It's fantastic. I can't believe you haven't seen it 80 times like we have.
Danny and I have talked about doing an entire Saturday Night Virus show. Just revolving around Back to the
Count
Future.
me in.
Yes.
I'm so there. I don't think it has been on where I have not watched it. I don't care if there's 5 minutes left.
It wasn't even that good of a movie.
It's fantastic.
Thank you, Jimmy.
It's not
Thank
even
you.
that good of a movie.
No, because you're looking at it as a movie, not as an event.
It's not a lifestyle.
It's a nostalgic event.
Even Back to the Future 3, which was terrible, is awesome.
Of course it is. The over-the-top acting of Mad Dog.
Buford Mad Dog
Shannon. It was fantastic.
Oh, I would not tango with that cowboy.
No. Of course not.
What kind of a name is Clint Eastwood?
Oh, jeez. He called himself Clint Eastwood. What a scream.
I know.
You're now talking about Back to the Future 3?
3, yes, 3. Well, you know, it was
Am
a
I hearing
trilogy.
this correctly?
Oh, it was a trilogy. So it had to be. And it was filmed at the same time as 2. They actually filmed them both simultaneously.
Oh, wow.
That's why if you pay attention at the end, after the credit says, to be continued.
Yes.
To be concluded. The end.
The end, right. That's how it was. To be continued after the first one.
Yeah.
Which is a little odd, too, watching the 2 different actresses that played Marty's girlfriend.
I have another piece of trivia.
Yes, Danny?
When Back to the Future 2 ends and it says to be continued, then they show a trailer for Back to the Future 3. That was the first time that a movie ended with the trailer for the next movie since I think Russ Meyer did it in the 60s.
Wow. Mondo Back to the Future.
Wait, hold on. I don't think that qualifies as trivia. Because nobody would ever think about it. Or, that's almost like saying a bit of trivia for you. But these 3 windows I'm looking at, someone thought they might be 4. But then they decided to make them 3. Anything can be trivia.
This is no. I think Danny's trivia is more evidence that Back to the Future was a groundbreaking film,
of course,
and an achievement in cinematography.
Why was there a different girlfriend?
Because Elizabeth Shue, who played the girl, I believe, had prior commitments.
No, her mother actually was diagnosed with cancer, and she spent a lot of time taking care of her mother, so she couldn't commit to the.
How do you know this? Not a very big part, though, for the girlfriend.
Yeah.
They had to take her back because they didn't plan on making a sequel when they finished the first one. And when Doc comes back, of course, he says, Marty, it's your kids. So they had to take them both back, and then they just laid her on a bench and left her for a while.
What do they turn into? You can't say that.
We can't say that on the air, but we know what you're going to do. Everyone knows the line, Travis.
I think, didn't they reshoot some of the first movie?
Yes, they did.
With the new girl, yeah.
When she walks up to Marty, as Marty's looking at his brand new truck, his 4-wheel drive 1980s truck. At the same time, Biff is waxing the car. Of course, Biff turned out to be the guy just waxing the car.
I know.
And I like how the McFlys come back from tennis, I believe.
Yeah.
And comment on Biff. I hope that's the second coat of wax. And they discuss how they met through Biff.
Right.
Through Biff's attempted rape.
Right.
Of Marty's mom.
But now,
it's like, if it wasn't for Biff, we never would have met. Oh, that's right. He was trying to rape Mom in the car.
Because that's George McFly's way of looking at Biff waxing that car and saying, who's raping who now, Biff?
Oh, okay. I always wondered about that. Why would they invite the rapist,
right,
the man that actually was trying to rape your wife, over to your house to wax your car?
He's humiliating him. Biff is now his manservant.
Because he is. He walked in very excited with the books.
Yeah. I'm just finishing it now. Biv.
Now,
Okay,
Biff,
you got me.
don't con me.
You got me. You got me.
All right, stop it! For the love of God, then stop! Holy! Stop!
Oh my God!
All right. Can you tell?
That is holy. Just stop.
Can you tell we like the movie?
Get us out of here, E-Rock. Opie and Anthony, we just had an observation. Channel 11, the hack news here in New York City.
Hey.
The local news station here in New York City. They're extremely hack.
No, they're not. They're a professional news organization that employs wonderful people.
I know you have to say that because you're dating the lovely Jill Nicolini, the traffic vixen, who does a very good job with the traffic, by the way.
Of course she does.
But the rest of them, they're a bunch of hacks.
No, they're very nice, and they do a fine job.
They just like to get silly.
Right.
They're hacks.
No. How could they be hacks?
They should go back to broadcasting school.
They do. No.
Yeah, look at this guy. What is he doing? He's at a beach as they build sandcastles. That's not the news. They're a bunch of hacks.
That's his job. He goes out and does various things.
His job is what? I don't even know what he does.
That's Larry Hoff. He goes around and he does kind of the, I'm going to be out and about. And, today I'm at the sandcastle building
How
thing.
about this? He's too old to be out and about.
Well,
what is he doing?
Hey, look, they're my pals. See?
Anyway, the hacky news channel here in New York, Channel 11.
Not.
The CW. They had Adrienne Barbeau on.
Adrienne Barbeau, you might remember her.
Yeah, this is for maybe the older listeners, but she used to be quite the looker back in the day with the big boobies.
She was on Maude. She played Maude's daughter.
Oh, my God.
Creep Show.
Yeah, remember that?
I remember all that, but I didn't remember she was on Maude.
Yeah, and she was in a fine film called Creep Show.
Sure.
That if Danny and the rest of the boys want to come in, we can discuss that movie ad nauseum.
No. Tomorrow. I promise we'll give you that tomorrow.
Escape from New York.
Escape from New York.
Squeeze.
Yes.
Quite the career. Well, Channel 11 got to interview her because, because they're like normal human beings. We were going to interview her, but I actually asked Roland if she would mind if we asked her all about her boobs and things we could do with her boobs.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess that was a no-no. So we're not going to have Adrienne Barbeau on her. And we could have had her. Well, we had to go down that dumb road. So a little observation: she's getting interviewed on this quote news outlet here in New York, and because she's wow, what movie is that from?
Swamp Thing.
Swamp Thing. She's completely naked in the swamp.
Why? Why would you be completely naked in the swamp?
Because she's got those boobs.
They really are lovely.
Yeah, because they're natural.
They're big teardrops, big heavy tear. You want to hold them and go, holy mackerel. That's what I do with big breasts. I hold them and I go, holy Toledo.
And what does the girl do when you're doing this?
She goes, she usually sometimes wake up.
Yeah.
Boom.
You know what a guy wants? You want heavy without the sag.
Yeah.
Which is that's very rare. So Adrienne Barbeau is on Channel 11, and because she's known for having the big boobies, now that she's an older woman, she still has to show the old woman cleavage because that's what she was known for.
Mm-hmm.
And I was looking at Anthony, I'm like, God sucks that he allows us to just rot away.
That's what we do. Second you're born.
Like that is just a cruel thing to give us humans, the ability to just rot in front of everybody else as they continue just bringing youth into the equation.
Yeah,
you get older and you rot, and there's beautiful things around you constantly. That sucks.
The beauty of you, by the way, is that you point out how wrong God is, not with starvation or AIDS babies or murder,
right?
But because Adrienne Barbeau's breasts have begun sagging.
Sure.
That makes you question God.
There is no God.
Well, she shouldn't have to show off her old woman cleavage. She should be able to have the young, nice body.
She's got like 1 foot of powder-smelling cleavage now,
Right.
Yeah.
This smells like Johnson's baby powder and old person mothballs.
And I understand we have to die. I get that concept. But why not keep it simple? Where the outside of you stays young and youthful.
Yeah.
Whatever your prime. And you should decide what your prime is. Like, I want to be that magic age of 27. Seems to be a good one. I want to be 27 for my entire life, but the inside of me could rot. Let the inside rot away.
So the inside starts rotting, and then
on the outside, you still look like a 27-year-old, kid.
But at 75 or 80, you're like having a hard time performing, and you can't really use the toilet very well, and what you get Alzheimer's. What happens?
Well, I don't know. I don't have this.
You don't have that all figured out yet?
I just want to at least look young. Things inside could continue rotting and slowly, like
the blatant vanity problem you have. It's just ridiculous.
Oh, like I'm the only one. Come on, it just sucks to get old. That time is a bitch. We say it a lot on this show.
Time is a bitch.
I blew out my voice making you guys stop the Back to the Future thing.
See?
All right. Hey, moving on. So, no Adrienne Barbeau, because I guess we insulted her by asking if we could ask her about her boobs and nothing else. Our pal Larry King, was doing something wonderful yesterday on the show.
Dying.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
In their first get-together. Oh, God, what a tool.
I think we announced it yesterday. Ringo was celebrating his 68th birthday.
Was he?
Was he the oldest Beatle, I guess? Because isn't Paul only
65?
65, 66? Yeah. I know he pissed the fan. What the hell is wrong with me? Don't answer that. Passed, I was trying to say. The famous 64. Anyway, Larry had to sing Ringo a little happy birthday.
No, he didn't.
No, he didn't.
Larry, you going to give him a little Beatles happy birthday?
Can you want me to do that, really?
Yeah, come on, Larry.
Yeah, Larry, open up. Happy birthday. Baby. Wish I had you drumming behind me.
Can you?
Happy birthday.
Why?
What's
drumming and the happy birthday?
Oh, I thought he wanted some gay love.
Yeah. He meant with Ringo's hands on his back, playing bongos on my shoulders.
Come on, Larry. Come on.
This isn't going to end well.
Happy birthday. Baby. Wish I had you drumming behind me.
Can you?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear happy Ringo. Peace and love and happy birthday to you.
Oh my gosh, not bad. That was the first.
Wait, can I ask why she's reacting?
God bless. Thank you, baby.
Why is she reacting like this craziness is happening?
Yeah, yeah, it's insane.
Like, whoa, we got the scoop. Larry sang. Did you hear that? No one cares.
Oh my
God.
Goodness gracious! Of all the dramatic things,
Yes.
Larry King is singing happy birthday!
And Ringo's smiling because he knew.
Right.
George Harrison's holding his head going, ouch.
Will you leave him alone? Just leave the guy alone.
Paul McCartney's holding his severed leg.
Goodness gracious! Of all the dramatic things I've ever seen,
Ever.
Larry King is singing happy birthday!
You should see the two remaining faces in the Yankees dugout.
Oh, my God. You're crazy. You're nuts.
Oh, God damn. I don't know why I find that hysterical every time.
It's a hoot 100% of the time.
A hoot. Is this true? Jeff M. from Staten Island is writing that Adrienne
that's
Barbeau was featured in my favorite movie, Mondo Topless. She wasn't in it.
Mondo Topless?
Hell no.
No. Really? When I'm doing the topless.
Give me my Russ Myers clips.
You know, there's a lot of things. It's
you didn't say topless right. See, now I'm with you.
Yeah.
You know how you were doing the Back to the Future?
Yeah.
I'm all about Mondo Topless. It's the tapless.
When I'm
Doing the tapless.
doing the tapless, the tablet.
Beautiful Pat Barrington. Pat Barrington. Ugh.
Her name, she's hot, but her name has the sex appeal of an anvil. Pat Barrington.
Pat Barrington Ironworks.
Yeah, a lot of confusion because you expect an old broad, and it's
Pat Barrington.
Pat Barrington.
Sounds like an Irish bar somewhere. We're going to Pat Barrington's place. I'll see you there.
Catch a drink.
Right. Gonna have an Irish wake at Pat Barrington.
Oh, God. That's great. Goddamn George Harris. I can't get enough of him in his head.
Yeah, but Jimmy makes a great point. I'm going to the end again because the excitement. Who's overexcited? I forgot. I recognize the voice. Is that old stroke face?
Jeez.
You know, the one with the facelift that really hasn't. What?
Greta's on Fox.
Greta? Oh, Greta's on Fox. It sounds like her, no? A little. All right. I don't know. Whatever. Listen to the excitement.
Happy birthday, dear Ringo. Peace and love and happy birthday to you.
Oh my gosh. Not bad. That was the first. I love it.
It was the first. He's 90.
He's never sang happy birthday to
He
anybody.
sang that to Christ. What are you talking about?
Yeah, exactly. He's had 7 wives and he's got kids. That's the first time he sang.
Ringo's heard it. Larry has sung it. We've all heard it. It was a first for nobody.
Yeah.
It was an 800,000th. She should have said. It was a non-event, miss. God almighty.
Oh, Babbitt Bardot was in Mondo Topless. Yeah, that's not Adrian Barbeau.
No.
Oh, we got
Beautiful Babbitt.
Look, I understand there's some faithfuls out there, and they're like, why again? But it's just one of our favorite things. Russ Myers, Mondo Topless. And what's weird is we started talking about this again last week, and it turned out the guy who did the over-the-top announcing died very recently because we were trying to get him on the show.
You're kidding.
He died like a week before we went down this road again.
Yeah.
You want to hear the intro for Pat Barringer?
Pat Barringer. Oh, it's Barringer.
Oh, yeah. I think it's yeah. And then we got the Babbitt Bardot.
Babbitt.
Revving up on runway number 1 is bumptious Pat Barringer, a magnificently configured female skilled in the art of the topless. I beg you to try to listen to what she has to say.
All that you're doing is a dance. It has no meaning whatsoever. There are gyrations and so on, suggestive movements, but still it is entertainment, and there is no other meaning other than a dance.
I got to tell you something.
Yeah.
The internet has desensitized all of us because the excitement of this crap back then, because it wasn't everywhere. I got goosebumps listening to this guy.
My God, she's topless.
Right.
Holy crap.
Now you just turn on your computer and you see nakedness.
You see 2 girls, 1 cup.
You really had to go out of your way to get this nakedness.
I defy you to even breathe watching her topless body.
When I'm doing the tapless, my gyrations.
That's when the girls talk, but I want to get the intro clips.
But as you were saying that, dude, I was thinking the same thing. Like, if you saw this in the theater in the 60s, do you know how many guys must have just cranked in the theater watching
Dude, I got
this?
goosebumps, man. It gets you excited to see the tapless. The tapless.
The tapless.
Well, you want to know what a girl must possess to do the topless? I don't even know where to go. There's so many places here with this.
What must a girl possess to measure up as a topless dancer? She must have a body well above the average in physical beauty, unblemished by an uneven suntan, together with a bust line that is firm and youthful. The topless dancer's face as well must bear an equal burden with the body, encouraging sensuous and provocative expression, supplementing her physically exciting figure.
Let it be known. We just played that clip. Extremely, I can't even say the word, but we can't say poop.
No.
Dopey lawyers.
Well, that was nice and, it was sexual, but it was,
It was beyond sexual. This innocence that comes with this is like, look at me. Goosebumps.
Ah!
What do you want next?
Holy! I can't believe the parrot! on this one. Hey, guy's losing his mind. I love it.
All right, hold on. I'm going to get that back.
Bears an equal burden. The face.
Right.
Oh, my God. How is the face going to bear an equal burden with those she's got?
He's just losing his mind.
And he's wrong about them needing those qualities. I've been in places where, one's missing due to a shark attack.
I know. Horrible.
Yeah.
He makes them sound like, they're all goddesses. You ever been to Ronkonkoma at Bird's Place? Ugh.
Yeah, but they do some fine tricks.
Battle wounds.
I used to like the match trick they used to do there.
Yeah, that was always
All right,
fun.
Listen, here's Babette Bardot.
Hang on, men, and zero in on bouncy Babette Bardot. French and Swedish. 50-50 where it counts. Speak to us, Babette baby.
Babette baby, speak to us.
Almost sounded like Dice. Babette baby.
I got my in my hands.
50-50 where it counts. Speak to us, Babette baby.
I try to project a childlike to a woman quality because I do believe that men they're not like so much art sex, they like softness also, so I try to project both sexuality and also gentleness. So I do always start my act more or less in a very gentle way.
Shut the up and show us your...
All right, who do you want to hear next? You got Darlene Gray, Luscious Sin, Darla Paris, Diane Young, Donna X.
Diane Young.
Come on, Diane
Where's
Young.
Diane Young?
What awful. Herbert Hoover.
Here's Diane Young.
Settle back and let yummy Diane Young entertain you. Blondly beautiful. And while you're about it, lend her your ear.
I used to play cello in a symphony orchestra when I was 13.
Did you? Did you really? Oh, here.
What did Uncle do? Break the cello over your head one night while he was attacking you?
Steve from Big Show's got a couple of great names. Madge Peabody and Eunice Frump.
They really are the unsexiest stripper names ever.
Let's bring out Edna McGillicuddy. All right, Biscuit Eater, nice one. The bouncy Agnes Weinstein. They're coming up with some good ones.
Yeah. Here's one of the girls talking about the trouble with the pasties.
The pasties.
To wear pasties, you have to put on all that glue, and it's so hard to get off. And sometimes the pasties slip, and then the glue shows. Sometimes they fall off. That's terrible.
She sounded kind of sexy.
They're all about making sure the pasties fall off.
Yes. Oh.
A lot of people saying this is where Larry King got his voice from.
I like men, well-built men, skinny, scrawny men, no. But, he-men look like men. And, I don't like the long hair look at all. I can't stand guys who go around with long hair.
I didn't even really need to wear a bra till I was halfway through junior high school. It all came late, but it was there, boy. No denying it.
Yeah. Oh, dear Lord.
Oh, no denying it. Did we do, Darlene?
Bring out the lovely Erica Nagel. It's Madman. That's very funny, Madman.
Erica Nagel.
Did we do Darlene Gray yet?
Hey, you bastard.
Wow.
The beautiful Jill Nicolini.
Did we do Darlene Gray? I don't remember.
No, we didn't do Darlene.
Ready to entertain you is Buxotic Darlene Gray, England's answer to the biggest and the best. What do you say, Darlene?
No, I don't wear a brassiere to bed.
I don't wear a brassiere to bed. Wow! That's amazing.
That was a big scoop.
Look how excited we are, though,
Erica
man.
Nagel.
Right.
The beautiful Erica Nagel.
The buxotic Erica Nagel.
I defy you to breathe while he talks to you.
And away we go with luscious Sinlanay, Burl and Lydrum. Give us a word, Sim.
I can be around anything green and have a feeling of sensation run through my body only because it is a feeling of nature. It is a feeling of freedom.
That's terrible. I'm sorry, Eric. I'm absolutely crying over here.
God. She's as dumb as she is incompetent.
Oh,
I didn't mean
Hey,
Eric Nagel.
This bucksonic. Settle down, gentlemen, as old dumpster comes.
This bucksonic buffoon will gyrate for you.
I gotta play this clip.
Love this one.
Copenhagen is the supreme Scandinavian city for the pleasure seeker. Let us hurry inside the famed Atlantic Palace for an unforgettable experience. Greta Thorwald, the Nordic nymph.
Greta Thorwald?
That's right, bucksonic. Alice Stakel.
She's 100 today. You're doing the birthday Smuckers thing.
She's on the Smuckers chart. On the news.
One of the Mondo Topless girls.
From Loudon, Tennessee, Alice Stakel. Oh, God.
Watch beautiful Harriet Goldman. She has glasses and looks like Eli Wallach.
Haley Mae Barnes.
Also known as Scatman Crothers.
This 107-year-old will entertain you.
How about a little soft shoe, bitch?
All right, listen. We got to hear this name again.
Let us hurry inside the famed Atlantic Palace for an unforgettable experience. Greta Thorwald, the Nordic nymph, whose pulchritude is unrivaled by any showgirl in Denmark. Her youthful bosom, flat stomach, firm hips, and smooth, lithe legs all seem to unite in her wildly exotic dance, which she delivers in a burst of uninhibited frenzy.
Oh, my God. We're going to have a race to the bathroom when we go to break.
He just makes it sound so good.
By the way, someone on Instant Feedback, this is an old bit.
Hater, hater, hater.
Don't worry about it. Shut up.
Go away, hater. Go away.
You ever watch a movie twice?
Go away,
Leave
hater.
us alone.
Yes.
Or 1,500 times if it stars Michael J. Fox.
By the way, to the dopey haters out there, we ban you from Instant Feedback for hating.
Ban, ban, ban.
Less hating. More love. Hater, hater. Go away.
Welcome to the Opie and Anthony Show, the venomous voices of the vastly vulgar airwaves. Introducing the Destroyer, operator of the OCD organization Opie. The Professor, the know-it-all neurotic Nancy Anthony. Swing over to little Jimmy Norton, the worthless, chinless, buxom master of laugh. Meet the irritating extra of excrement E-Rock, or the swishy audio shim Steve C. And don't forget Sam, black and white, 50-50 where it counts. Corrupting the cavities of ear holes everywhere. It's the Opie and Anthony Show.
Opie and Anthony, another good one today. Oh, we got a choice here. Got some A-Rod news or more Mondo Topless clips.
I love that Mondo Topless.
You know what's funny for the people that write and call and go, we heard this before. You don't think we have? But it's fun for us to do it again.
Yeah, we've heard it before. Why? We're laughing.
Right. Like these guys are telling us something we don't know.
Yeah.
Well, we figure if we're doing it again and enjoying ourselves, that someone out there is also enjoying it. Oh, wow. I was just handed another disc of Mondo Topless clips that we've never played before.
Ooh.
We'll save this for another day. Another day. Gigi Latouche
One of the girls' names?
Gigi Latouche.
We got to hear one.
All right. Here's your A-Rod news, by the way. You got a stripper up there in Boston, Candace Houlihan.
Candace Houlihan
caught A-Rod's attention at a Red Sox game in Boston. Of course, in Boston. She was heckling him. He went over to the stands and asked her out. That's what she's saying. They spent 2 nights together. Yes, another woman coming out of the woodwork.
Looks like a little slut.
Oh, was that at the game? I thought that was the strip club that she met him.
According to what I got in front of me,
you're probably right.
She was heckling him, and he went over to the stands and asked her out. They spent 2 nights together. Then she felt bad when she found out his wife was pregnant. Told her friends that he was well endowed and a gentleman. 3 months later, during the ALCS, they hooked up again, and she credits her talents for reversing the curse.
What?
Wow.
Candace Houlihan.
So she's saying that she kind of threw his game off?
Wow.
I guess so.
She sucked the championship right out of New York. A good girl.
That's a talent. All right, what do you want to hear, Jimmy? You want to hear Gigi Latouche?
Yeah.
Little Gigi.
The buxom Patricia O'Neal.
All right, we...
Buxotic Bobette Kelly. That's right, dude.
I'm going to start with this one, actually.
I was wearing beads, as I recall, around the neck and a black patent belt at the waist with a rather scanty bottom G-string. I was doing some sort of wild Watusi or something.
A wild Watusi?
Yeah.
Wow, I can only imagine what that looked like.
Oh, yeah.
Buxotic.
All right, here's Gigi.
Paris, seductive female that she is, has played mistress to the world for centuries. Saints and sinners from all corners of the earth have been lured to her bosom by her siren song, eager to indulge in her many sensual pleasures. Let's hie away to Place Pigalle, the wild and lustful monument to sexual eroticism, and drop into Le Sphinx and thrill to the wantonest of Gigi Latouche, the girl with the throbbing guitar.
Wow. Throbbing guitar? What?
Gigi Latouche.
You need props.
We have like that. Come and see producer Stevie the Douche. Steve C the Douche.
Yeah.
Steve C the Douche.
We should just show how times have changed and go into some of these strip clubs in New York and do this exact thing. See how quickly we get kicked out?
Yes.
With the ever-increasing popularity of skin diving, it is only reason...
What the hell is skin diving?
Skin diving.
What the hell is skin diving?
With Louise C.K.
I never get to...
Steve.
You know what's weird about Mondo Topless? I've seen it... Seriously, I've seen Mondo Topless probably 24 times, okay? Mm-hmm. I've never made it to the end of the movie.
No, why would you?
She's really sexy, this one.
So I never got to the point where he talks about skin diving before. Yeah, these girls...
Gigi Latouche is a looker.
Oh, boy, is she.
With the ever-increasing popularity of skin diving, it is only reasonable to conclude that the topless would become a very important adjunct to the sport. With very little training, the novice can learn to use her breathing apparatus below the surface of the water quite readily. And many relaxing and satisfying moments can be achieved, particularly when amateur motion pictures are employed to record the pleasureful event.
All right, I did get to the skin diving part of Mondo Topless. I was reminded when I heard that clip. It's just a whole segment on Mondo Topless, girls going under the water topless.
Skin diving.
That's what skin diving is. Yes.
In Europe, a man and a woman are together.
and they feel like make love, they aren't going to make love. And in America, well, they go in a roundabout way asking, well, you want to see my stamp collection? If he wants her to see his stamp collection, fine. But if he wants to make love with her, he should tell her. There shouldn't be no shame in wanting to make love, like there's no shame in wanting to eat steak or drink water or milk or liquor or whatever. On the other hand, I do not like a rude approach. A man can always be very romantic. And a man can always seduce a woman if he knows how, because most of the time a woman gets seduced much more mentally at first. But if that's what he wants, he should seduce her and not talk about his stamp collection.
Stamp collection?
Who has a stamp collection?
And what guy tells a girl, you want to see my stamp collection to get her over the house?
Right.
Apparently it would work.
She's saying, you don't have to say that. If you want to show him the stamp collection, just say that. But if you want to have sex, just say, hey, you want to come over and have some sex?
Right. Don't beat around the bush.
Right.
Just beat that. Let's meet Abunda.
Berlin today is a city divided, with the eastern sector under the cruel domination of communism and West Berlin part of the free world. Located only a stone's throw from the fashionable Kurfürstendamm, the Broadway of Berlin,
The Broadway of Berlin, huh?
Broadway of Berlin, we encounter the Fair Lady Film Bar, where Abunda Vita, the bosom bountiful, is about to begin her act of primitive passion. Capacity crowds flock to see Abunda Vita, fantastically developed, exercise her magnificent pectoral pulchritude as she wantonly entertains the sporting crowds of Berlin with fierce intensity.
Ich bin ein whore.
He can't even get to the end of the sentence. He's so excited. He just
come see this vivacious Jew hater. Wow, is that her? She's buxom.
Yeah.
Oh boy, is she.
She is like one of those typical big German girls.
Yeah.
I have an older face though.
Well, that's the heavy with without the sag that we were talking about.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Lovely Ava Braun.
This is Abunda talking.
Guys that don't know how to dance, and they should. Whenever they come over to the apartment, I'm always trying to teach them new steps and how to dance, and they're very inhibited.
The goose step.
Feel a little self-conscious, and they want to have a few drinks.
Watch her dance her way through the Warsaw Ghetto.
She's doing dancing lessons at home. God bless her.
Imagine how hot you got to be to have guys come over the house, her apartment, and dance.
Yeah. You want to meet... we're running out of show, unfortunately. You want to meet Heidi Richter.
Heidi Richter.
Another sexy name. They didn't have that figured out.
Richter, I barely knew her.
Hamburg is the second largest city in West Germany and continental Europe's most vital harbor. Let's journey uptown to the Casino de Paris, the perfect place to cast anchorage for pleasure, and peek in on Heidi Richter, a tall, blonde Aryan beauty of perfect proportion, and watch her as she squirms and rides topless on a luxurious bed, contorting her supple body in a manner which defies description.
You can't even describe it. It defies description. She put her head right up her.
This is
fantastic.
This is how Heidi Richter sounds.
He just wanted to take some pictures of me at first, and then all of a sudden he asked me, would you like to be a playmate or try for Playboy magazine? And so I thought at first, oh no, never, But then I don't know what changed my mind, but
money.
I just tried for it, and I didn't make it. The reason being that this is what they said, that my bust line was too big.
Her bust line. My bust line was too big.
That's the most unsexy way to describe boobs.
The bust line.
My bust line.
When I'm doing the tapless, my bust line.
I can't find that clip.
Her breasts are not
Next
that
time.
big.
No.
They're kind of tiny.
No. I think they turned her down for other reasons.
Yeah, because she was all hoot.
Yeah.
They were trying to be pure back then with their
with their topless.
Yes.
There are men who do not respond. Some of them either talk or look there to fall asleep. So I believe either they don't like girls or I don't know what's in their mind. They do know this is burlesque. So naturally, I try to ignore it, although, I find this pretty frustrating. This happens so seldom, but naturally it does bother me when it happens. I see men falling asleep or talking too much.
Who the hell's going to fall asleep back then when they're doing the art of the topless? What is wrong with
Drunk.
you? Right. I'm drunk.
Some drunk at a bar. Some crap hole in Germany.
And you're falling
Some
asleep.
guys, it's stein after stein of beer. He just falls asleep on the bar.
Yeah.
She's shaking her stuff. Wonderful.
BJ the hater. Hater, go away, hater. By the way, dope, these are brand new clips never played on our show.
Nya.
Less hating, more love. Haters, go away. We meet Yvette Legrand.
Place Pigalle has no corner on the thrill market of Paris. Just as naughty and nice is the Étoile area, which boasts such famous night spots as the Lido, Le Sexy, and the piece de resistance of nighteries, spotlighting the topless. The world-famous Crazy Horse Saloon. Witnessing the passionate performance of vivacious Yvette Legrand is a never-to-be-forgotten delight. So let's look in on this buxom brunette, the most curvaceous cowgirl in the Western world, as she tempestuously tosses her torso in the most sizzling topless spectacle ever brought to the Crazy Horse Saloon.
Know what's brilliant about this guy? Every description is completely different from the one he did.
Yeah. And they're all the greatest woman ever.
Right.
Like, there's not... One's got to be better than the other, but this one is the bestest.
Remember when I told you that one was the bestest? Forget what I said.
Remember what I said about beautiful Babette?
Right.
I was bull-crapping you.
We're just about done. This is Yvette talking about bosom control.
I have perfectly good control of my butts. I can move them, and I can do also tassel work. But with this, I don't believe it's very sexy, so I don't do it. I try to do movement like a man and a woman are in a bedroom, and the woman is being seduced, and I try to do very soft and also sensuous movement.
Yeah.
All right. And finally, the end of Mondo Topless with the sign-off. I don't think we ever play the sign-off. Maybe we end every show with this now. We'll see you guys tomorrow. We'll end with this.
Well, Mondo Topless measures up. The unmistakable Russ Meyer touch makes this more than a gang of great gals. It makes it move. We sincerely hope that you enjoyed the flick.
That's how it ended.
Anticlimactic.
Yeah, big time. Well, you have no more fluids in your body.
Yeah, you're all just a bunch of guys sliding out of the theater.
Right.
What do you say at the end? He probably saying because he knows nobody's left.
Right.
Hope you enjoyed the flick. The one person still actually watching this garbage.
And he's dehydrated from all the saliva he used introducing the girls. Everyone that just needs fluids at this point.
Erica Nagel.
Yeah.
The lovely.
All right, guys, we're off to XM.
Bye-bye.
The last time I saw a pair of jugs that big, two hillbillies were blowing up.
Whip 'em out Wednesday. Get a wow sticker, get flashed, get happy. The Opie and Anthony Show. XM 202.
And here we are at XM Satellite Radio with a fine audience outside the studio. Get a few more people. You guys get to come in here. Might be just short of enough people to come in the studio with the bleachers. Remember when I started the whole Red Alert about 2 weeks ago? And people were like, oh, it's another dumb thing by Opie trying to get everyone talking. He's just trying to create chatter. Don't buy into it. Does this all the time.
Who said that?
I'm trying to think of who said that.
The haters, which are going to go away. Trust me, they're going away. But there's changes happening. We all know that. The merger might go through, might not in the very near future. We don't know who our
our new boss is going to be. This is a time to be concerned. We have a year left on our contract, and we haven't heard a word. We were supposed to hear something July 1st. We did not. That doesn't mean we're being fired or let go. But there's other things that are way more important, and they'll get to us eventually.
I don't think they can do that.
I got a huge announcement. It's not going to hit for another 15 or 20 minutes, maybe an hour. But our good friend, our confidant, the guy that got this show better than any person ever got the Opie and Anthony show, understood it, knew how to market it, knew how to make sure the company capitalized on what we were able to bring, is leaving XM Satellite Radio.
Oh, no. Steve Carlisi?
Yes, I'm going to the gay TV channel. And he'll walk in. Steve comment, yes, gay TV.
Yeah. Yes, I'm working at Logo now.
And
gay.
He's actually a very good friend of mine. I don't know if that has been kind of translated through the radio show, but he really is a very good friend of mine as well. Eric Logan is leaving XM Satellite Radio, and Eric just called us to give us the heads up, which I respect, because there's a press release that's coming out within 15, 20, maybe a half hour from right now. And he wanted us to know before everyone else knows. So
what a guy.
This is breaking news. Our pal, our friend Eric Logan, is leaving for a opportunity of a lifetime. I don't know if we're allowed to say what the opportunity is yet, but it'll be well known within the next half hour what that opportunity is. It's an amazing opportunity. And
I'd say he's starting a website for donkey porn, and he's been working on it for years in his basement. It's a donkey porn website.
Yeah,
Elo's always been a donkey porn.
He
fan
loves it
ever since those bachelor parties in Tijuana.
Yeah, but this is extremely good news for Eric Logan. Not so good news for the Opie and Anthony show. Not so good news. Not so good news for us. But I knew something was up because he's been blowing me off a lot lately, and I've been like kind of
really.
I've been kind of screaming through the BlackBerry, like, what the fuck, dude? I know something's up. You got to give me something, and he would just ignore the emails and all that. And now it's very obvious why he was doing that.
Yeah.
And I think Mr. Logan saw the writing on the wall as far as the merger goes, and I think...
the writing was literally, it said, Eric Logan, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
You're going to be fired.
Somebody spray painted it, and he immediately thought it was that guy who runs the Spanish channel, you know, because he's a racist, and he says spray paint is always Spanish people. I would say, Eric, why do you talk that way?
You know, when this merger goes through, there's going to be a whole new management structure, and I've been hearing that not many conversations went on with Mr. Logan, which is insane, completely insane.
Well,
he's a CEO in training, this Eric Logan, and I think he was not going to wait around to get bad news, and decided, all right, look, I'm a very valuable commodity.
That's right.
In media,
the booze industry.
That's right. If you hear like a weeping, it's the guy who runs Coors.
Yeah, he's been sober for a very long time, my friend.
Exactly.
He hasn't crashed a car in a very long time. So he's not stupid. He's like, you know what?
Well,
look, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go get the opportunity of a lifetime. And Mr. Logan has done just that, and I'm not happy whatsoever about this.
I'm happy for him, though.
I'm happy for him, absolutely.
Look, if Malcolm's in, the bottom line is people tend to bring in their own people. It's just the way it works. And, Eric's a smart guy, and if he has a great job opportunity, why wouldn't he take it? He'd be dumb not to do this. He'd be a dummy not to do it.
It's a great, it's Harpo. All right, it's Harpo.
Wow.
Fuck the press release. Fuck everybody.
That's right.
Eric Logan is going to be running Harpo.
He's becoming a Marx brother.
Yes.
That's right. He's becoming a Marx brother. He fought to be Chico. They said, no, you're too dumb to be Groucho.
Right.
We'll give you this one.
Yeah.
He probably thinks it's Harpo, but it's really Zeppo. And it's just an awful, awful place.
You know, we were supposed to wait, but fuck it. He's going to be Oprah Winfrey's right-hand man.
Yeah.
Literally running Harpo Entertainment. That is fucking huge. We'll never see him again because
no,
I don't think there's a place for us in.
No.
Harpo.
He only applied for that because he wanted to be the dean of that school.
Over in Africa?
Yeah. He applied for that gig.
Eric Logan, our pal, our friend, Arcofferal, is going to be running Harpo. There you go. Don't need a press release now. It'll be everywhere.
There
Holy
it is.
shit! Fuck.
Oh, well. Once the merger went through anyway, I don't think he was going to be around, to tell you the truth.
Which is stupid.
No, yeah.
I can say it. Anthony's not saying it. I'm saying it. I'm the dummy.
No, I didn't say it's stupid.
It's stupid that he wouldn't be basically running the new company. Or at least like one rung down from the top.
They got their people. You know? They got their people over there.
But, you know, I know what Eric Logan could do now. Because he still has the power.
Gay porn.
No.
What?
No.
No. Stripping.
Give us the Howard Stern contract before you leave.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, sign us to some ridiculous contract before you leave.
4 days a week, ridiculous money, stock options.
Yeah, why doesn't he do that?
8 weeks of vacation. You know, Logan, you say how much of a friend you are.
Come on,
I know you
Elo.
still have the power. You could sign off on that right now.
Come on.
He's a bit of a lame duck.
Yeah, perhaps they wouldn't take him seriously and
That's
actually
right.
let the contract go through.
Yeah. So there's the big news that's going to hit the wire, the AP, and Orbitcast in mere moments. Go to Orbitcast. Did we scoop everybody yet? I don't think we did.
It was announced at 6 o'clock this morning.
Was it really?
Yeah.
You're
No,
kidding.
kidding.
Oh. I guess there's only one thing to do.
Eric Logan's plane was shot down over the Sea of Japan. It spun in. There were no survivors.
Will we be hearing from Mr. Logan today after the announcement is officially
No,
made?
what are you kidding? He can't associate with the likes of this program.
No.
We're shock jocks.
If that's the job he's doing, why would he ever admit that he was on this program?
I know. He can't even, he'll be like, Opie and Andy?
Yeah.
I think I've heard of the show. It was something bad at a church. But aside from that, no. I don't even know who they are.
I only listened. I thought it was Oprah and Anthony. My mistake.
Yes. You'll see him live somewhere at some event and go, oh, Elo. And he'll just be like, who? What? Usher him away.
Man, with that said, how many people did we listen to in our careers? Really? I know you're making a lot of jokes, but seriously.
No one.
Was he pretty much the only person we ever listened to?
Plenty of times I didn't listen to him either. Tell you, and I'm just being honest. Not even joking. But, yeah.
So there's only one
I always
thing.
respected his advice. I didn't always agree with it. Didn't always take it.
Right.
But,
well, you do know the...
also respected his ability to drink.
Yeah.
I was sad when he went dry.
But
we lost another one, Danny. I hate that.
He didn't agree with our suspension, which was a tough time for our relationship. He's like, dudes, trust me, I'm not in on this one, but I have no choice.
Right now he's going, I completely agreed with their suspension,
Yes.
and he's trying to backpedal.
Elo has to call today and say, your mom's box. It's only fitting. That's going to be a very, very, very sad moment on the show. And there's only one thing we could do for Eric Logan at this point, and he would appreciate it. Cock pictures. Yes.
Oh, the listeners can help out.
Yes.
Give him a fond farewell.
Yes.
I guess, by sending cock pictures.
Yes.
Because he loves the cock pictures.
Yeah, we don't know if he loves the cock, but he loves the cock pictures. All right, blind CC Jimmy too.
But wait a minute, I'm also I get it, I'm gay. Cock pictures.
Can we get our "I Will Remember You" montage?
Oh, wait a
together?
minute.
We need some Logan clips.
You
though.
misunderstood him, by the way. He's not working. Huh? He's not working for Harpo. He's working for Eric Nagel's new company. It's Hippo.
Imagine he got all confused. He's actually working for $10,000 a year, not $1 million a year, and it's for Hippo Productions. Fuck me. This business just always gives you that twist and that turn.
We had him for a long time. I mean,
That's true. Think about it.
You know?
Think about it. Think about it.
I think we'll be okay in the merger. I don't think they'll just dump us. For what? We're good boys. A charmer like me?
I know. Jimmy Norton alone is just.
Well, Ricky M. from Massachusetts
charming.
is very confused. I thought Gail was Oprah's right-hand man. Yeah. Maybe too soon for the Oprah
Ricky.
jokes. Let's make sure Rick signs the contract.
Oprah doesn't bother us.
Yeah.
Does he have to move to Chicago?
Chicago? Oh, I would imagine he would have to move to the Windy City.
Yeah.
He's not going to do that from Washington.
Are you going to be in Washington?
Washington. At least we know we could get Oprah Winfrey tickets now for our ladies.
Yeah, hey.
Can I just for a second address
What you doing, baby?
this girl named Tina?
Hi, Tina.
She called a few times. She's been on a Pal Talk, insisting that I mention the fact that Adrienne Barbeau was on an episode of Quincy. We had moved on from the Adrienne Barbeau shit
hours ago.
Fucking hours ago. And she was still just kept going, Anthony, pick up. I'm on the phone. And I looked up and I saw her name was up there. But it was, we were already into like 10 other things deep.
Yeah.
And she would not stop with the Adrienne Barbeau Quincy thing.
Yeah.
Tina, I know. All right? Get it.
After Swamp Thing, we didn't give a shit about Adrienne Barbeau anymore.
So, Tina, people on Pal Talk, feel free to just mock Tina to no fucking end. There. Oh, they put her on the dumb bitch meter. She's scoring high. No, she won't be bounced. I'd rather just have her sit there and be goofed on. We get it. Tina, you blow goats. All right. Well, there you go, Tina.
They found her by the swamp, Sam. There was swamp gook in between her giant memories. The Swamp Thing teabagged her.
Jimsy.
Hey, Jimsy. Jimsy, everyone. Jimsy. We got a live studio audience.
Jimsy's out of steam already.
Yeah.
That was all Jimsy had.
Oh, that's all Jimsy has.
But that was good. There was some swamp residue between her huge breasts.
There was a beautiful body, and the hairdo was a permanent.
Permanent. Could it have been a girl that you were maybe on a boat with?
I don't know. It was either Adrienne Barbeau or Peter Brady in the later episodes. She had a pair of big fat fucking tits, Sam.
Wow. Jimsy gets a little blue.
I want a tit fucker, Sam.
Hey.
Even you with your tiny Asian penis. I want to straddle her tits and fuck her face, Sam. Take the toe tag off in case Detective Monahan comes in.
I don't remember this episode.
That's right.
Jimsy loses his fucking mind.
Okay. Give me those tongs. I want to open her asshole, Sam, and smell it. I'm gonna fill her full of cum.
She just loses it, and Quincy just starts fucking the body.
That's right. She couldn't be any worse than that flat ass cunt way out of my boat, Sam. Her ass was lost in a lawnmower accident. She should be murdered.
Quincy just loses his fucking mind.
Open her mouth. There's a moth in it. I want to fuck her throat, Sam. Push my cheeks. Tongue out my hiney, Sam, with your jet black hairdo.
Laying on the fucking autopsy table with the Y fucking cut in her chest, top of the head sawn off, and Quincy's cock balls deep in her.
And what was his boss's name with the mustache?
Oh, yeah, fuck. Can't remember.
He comes in, gives him a scolding.
Yes, of course. So I was yelling at him.
Hey, we try to get Logan on the phone, by the way. That would be something that Steve, the executive producer of the Opie and Anthony show, should be on top of.
Maybe he is.
Well, let's ask Steve.
Steve?
Steve!
Yeah, no.
Steve?
Grab Steve.
Hello.
Are you getting Logan on the phone? Have you tried getting Logan on the phone? Yes. Are you just saying yes because now you would look bad if you say no?
No. Actually, I haven't.
No, or
what has
yeah?
he said? What has he said?
Well, I haven't picked up yet. He hasn't picked up yet.
He hasn't picked up the phone yet.
Okay.
We're not getting him. We're not going to get him.
Steve's now going to try to get her
Hello.
on the phone.
Yes, Elo, I heard. Yes, I heard you're playing the harpsichord. Congratulations. He has no idea what's happening. I heard you're working for Helpo.
The times they are a-changin'.
Put a finger in my hiney, Sam.
What?
I'm going to make cumsies.
What's that about, Jim C?
Just got to give him a prostate exam every day.
She may have a flat ass, but she puts a finger in my hiney, Sam.
My hiney.
Yeah, there had to be something good about that flat-ass bitch.
I want to fuck my boss's face and feel the little mustache tickle my balls, Sam. Well, Detective Monahan tongues my ear. I like my ear kissed. Quincy's a piece of shit.
Quincy just goes completely ballistic.
He's awful.
Starts fucking the corpses.
That's right. Turn on the Wonder Years. I want to come, Sam.
Take off that girl's onesie.
That's right. Adrienne Barbeau died. I put codeine in her drink, and she died of a codeine overdose. Now eat my ass, Abigail.
Abigail. What was her last name again?
I don't know.
Abigail,
I don't remember.
Whatever. And I need facts in the middle of a great bit. What an
No, that's
idiot
all right. I
am.
asked for the boss's name.
I'm an idiot. All right, why don't we take a quick break and continue with the Opie and Anthony show? That's you, E-Rock. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, Iraq.
The let's stalled.
Iraq.
All right, you're right. It's not his fault.
The let's stalled. Restarted.
Now what do we do?
Yeah, I guess we have to...
Hold on. Here's the official... We scooped everybody. 2 employees from Nate Davis. Date, July 9th, 2008. Referring to Eric Logan.
He's dead. That's right. The company's been very badly raped, you see.
These official announcements are always horseshit.
Don't try the wine.
These official announcements are always horseshit.
Are they?
It is with regret that I inform you that Eric Logan will step down as XM's Executive Vice President, Programming as of July 31st, 2008. He has accepted an extraordinary opportunity to join Harpo Inc., full details of which will be announced shortly.
Apparently, a mailroom position has opened, and they thought young Eric would be perfect to run letters around the building. How great would it be if Oprah offered him a terrible job and he misunderstood?
He didn't get it.
Oh, he's making 41 G's a year, and he has to pay his own moving expenses.
I think Eric doesn't need this shit anymore. Is what it comes down to.
That's a big job, man. Working for Oprah,
Yeah,
she ain't going anywhere.
He had a lot of stress he had to deal with.
Can I say that I love Eric, but how funny would it be if her show all of a sudden became number 30? Like after he came on,
Oh boy,
Just tanks.
it just went right into the shitter.
Hamna.
Steve, why write it down when you could say it? There's a million
say it
mics
again.
in studio.
What's up, Steve?
As soon as he can, he will, but he cannot get on the air right now.
Yeah.
Why?
We won't be hearing from him.
I'll be hearing from him no
Well,
more.
didn't give a reason. He just said he cannot. But he will.
But I was asking him.
But I was asking him, yeah.
Yeah, there it is.
See, that's exactly it.
I love it. I love it, Steve. It really. Oh no, don't be mad.
I'm going to go blow my brains out.
Gonna blow your brains out.
The beauty
Yes,
is,
I guess I better find a sharpshooter.
Exactly. Because not only am I gay and incompetent, but I'm stupid.
I saw like that.
I missed.
the beauty is, he says he's going to blow his brains out, and not one of us said no. Don't.
Yeah.
Shut up. Eric has made tremendous contributions to XM since joining
Did he?
the company 4 years ago when we had only 2.1 million subscribers and 120 channels.
We now have 2.2 million and 121 channels. We're now on the verge of bankruptcy.
Today's unrivaled content, starring Opie and Anthony, as well as 169 other channels, is the direct result of Eric's vision, hard work, and inspired leadership
Intoxication.
of our programming group. Blah, 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 blah. Why can't these guys just talk from the heart?
We're
This has to be a-
firing this drunken fool.
Every word was carefully picked for
Yes.
this. Under Eric's leadership, Opie and Anthony... Opie and Anthony what? Under Eric's leadership, Opie and Anthony...
I need food. Under Eric's leadership, XM expanded and enhanced our lineup across the board to include some of the biggest and best names in broadcasting, including Opie and Anthony, and content that appeals to every kind of fan, whether it's sports, music, news, or entertainment. Blah, 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 blah. In the coming weeks, I will announce the organizational structure that will be in place after Eric leaves. Until his departure at the end of this month, he will continue in his current capacity overseeing day-to-day operations, personal matters, and merger-related planning. No, he won't.
Like they're going to let him be involved in merger-related planning. Come on.
No, he won't. Starting right now, he just gets to sit there and just kind of like check his email.
Merge your fucking belongings with this box.
Right.
And then merge that into your car.
And merge the hell out of here.
Then merge into a wall for all we care.
Right.
Exactly. That's the merger fucking related planning.
He had to leave. It was a merger. So Quincy gets business quickly.
Of course.
You know what this means?
What?
Less radio for us until the new guy is announced, starting tomorrow.
Nice.
You're lucky if we're even here tomorrow. We will miss Eric and the infectious energy and enthusiasm that he brought to XM every day. Please join me in thanking Eric for 4 years of incredible service by sending him cock pictures and wishing him continued success in his new endeavor.
His new what?
Endeavor.
His new what?
I don't know how to say it, though.
Endeavor. His new endeavor.
His new endeavor.
Eric Logan left to go to a new endeavor.
Endeavor.
And we wish him continued success in his new endeavor.
Endeavor. And it just says Nate Davis, not truly, sincerely. None of that. Love.
Today's unrivaled content lineup of 170 channels is a direct result of Eric's double vision.
That's right. Everything got doubled since he got here. That's right. Eric, carefully in board meetings with the hand covering one eye.
Eric was even thinking of XM during the bed spins. And with his head in the toilet.
How funny would it be if the stock just went through the roof because he was the problem?
Logan left
all along.
That's it. The Logan factor is gone.
Right. Bye.
He's going to be day-to-day operations, personal matters, and merger-related planning.
Yeah, right.
You won't be attending this meeting today.
No.
He's been relegated to what it amounts to the kiddie table at Thanksgiving.
That's such bullshit. He's not going to be doing any of this stuff.
If he was, he'd be able to sign us to some huge contract, like you just said.
That's why we got to get him on the phone.
Yeah, come on, Elo. Do it up.
Oh, my God. Are you... Swanson, New York.
Hey, Swanson! I want to go over there.
Every time I come on the show.
What?
You do that to my name every time I come on the show.
What else are we going to do?
It's Swanson. We could do a TV dinner bit.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
All right. TV dinner.
I wanted to know if we can still make fun of the man braces of Don Wiki Wicklund and send cock pictures to him.
You think Don Wicklund is moving up because Eric Logan is leaving? You know how this stuff works?
No.
Fired, so fired, every one of them. New guy comes in and picks his own people. That's how it works in radio.
But can we still send cock pictures to him?
Why would we want to reward Don Wicklund like that?
Yes, we want
and
Logan.
give him things that... See, we would have to give him things he doesn't like hot chicks and vaginas.
Right. We want Eric Logan to enjoy the goodness, not Don Wicklund.
Don Wicklund is a faggot.
Happy birthday, Jimmy.
A little harsh.
Really?
Oh, he knows I'm teasing. Me and Don talk all the time while he's sucking my cock.
I talk all the time while he's kneeling and nodding affirmatively.
Let's get Don on the phone.
I don't think Don's gay.
I think Don needs to say a few words about his boss, Eric Logan. Get Don on the phone.
A few nice things.
A few nice things.
We should have people come in and maybe, or get him on the phone and say things about Eric Logan.
Elo gave a clue yesterday on the phone.
What did he say?
Joe Dallas, what?
Hey, yesterday you guys were talking to him on the phone, and someone said, "What in the hell are you typing?" And he actually said, "I hereby."
Oh, he said, "I hereby." Yeah, but that's kind of what. That'd be something he'd say.
Elo, that was his little...
And us self-centered asses who are always just trying to think of the next fucking line, he probably said, I'm leaving.
Yeah.
I'm going to work for Harpo.
Yeah.
And we didn't hear it.
All right. Well, God, all the guys with the vision are leaving the company. Lee Abrams was an amazing guy, and he's long gone. He went to Chicago, too.
Is he? I thought he was still with the company.
Oh, my God.
I have
Are you kidding?
No
He's
idea.
been gone for 4
I was like,
months.
thank
Easy.
Christ he stopped sending me that boring fucking newsletter.
Oh, I love the newsletter.
Ugh. Please.
I love the newsletter. Footer.
Yo, what's up, boys?
What up, Footer?
And hey, what the fuck's up, Jimmy?
I'm Mimi.
Yo, I wanted to bring up something to Jimmy. Hey, I went into the to the cuckold world a little bit, and it's been absolutely incredible, dude.
Tell me.
Sorry. So we got right now it's 3 times so far.
All right, hold on a minute, because there are a bunch of people out there that don't know what cuckolding is all about. Jimmy will explain.
Well, are you? It can be a different thing. Are you a married man?
No,
Mr. Grady?
I'm actually banging the wives.
Oh, he bangs the wives of husbands who want to watch and be humiliated.
Yeah. Now,
how do you meet them? How do you meet them?
There's a little list out there from a guy named Craig.
Okay.
I don't get it. What? Where do you find them?
Oh, I go in the newspaper.
So you what do you advertise yourself as, a bull?
Yeah, just you know.
Bull?
No. I don't use the word bull, but just long-lasting, well-endowed, and I'm pretty legit. So I don't usually disappoint. I got to pick if I had to, But
And what happens? They contact you.
Yep, they contact me and they'll send a pic or want me to send a little proof. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And for me, I don't really want the dude to be in any way involved. You know what I mean? I'd rather not even like DP. You know what I mean? Double penetration.
Yeah,
I don't even want to do that. But so anyway, so far I had 3 different experiences. The first time, I want to say she was a 5, not terrible, and I was a little nervous first time, but it was good. Second time, same thing, a 5, great time. The third time, holy shit, dude. I mean, if I would never let people bang my wife. This chick is so hot, Jimmy. I mean, she's like an 8 or a 9. Dude is the man. Just sits back, lets you do his thing, talks you through it with her, tells her what to do. Just a dirty girl. Fucking incredible, dude. Absolutely incredible.
Are the guys tied up at all, or was there any humiliation, or just watching you fuck?
2 things. One, the second time I went, the guy, he wanted to just kind of sit in the corner and almost direct his chick. You know what I mean? Like, all right, when he blows his load, take it in the face. Things like that. Okay? The other guy, strictly fully clothed. I mean, I glanced up a little bit to kind of see where he was at. He's fiddling around on the computer. I mean, it was just he didn't even give a fuck.
Wow.
He wasn't even involved in it. But
the only
anyway,
way...
my point...
Oh, go ahead. Sorry. I don't want to interrupt. Sorry.
No, it's your show. You
nice. Oh, good job, bro. Go ahead. Sorry. I guess what I was just going to jump in here for a second. The only way I would have sex with someone else's wife if the guy was in a straitjacket or something. How do you know the guy's not going to jump up with a hatchet or something? All of a sudden decide I thought this was a good idea, but now that I'm living through this isn't a good idea, and I'm really not happy, and I need to kill you now.
No, you make a good point, because I'm definitely was nervous. And I mean, dude, when you hear Jimmy talk about it and different things, I'm like, holy shit, this is great. I'm going to go out and bang with no bang. It's like you just make it look easy, Jim. You know what I mean? It's like it's just good times, But honestly, you are walking into, a couple's, stranger's home. You have no idea who they are. And not for nothing, you're getting fucking naked. So you're sitting around in their room. Obviously, maybe have a few drinks. But my point is, you try to get as comfortable with the dude as possible, as far as I talk to him like it's my boy. Yo, what up, man? Meanwhile, 2 minutes later, I'm about to bang your wife. But I try to get as comfortable as possible and feeling out, and just see what happens.
Ugh. Yeah, I like a good cucking is
cucking. Is that what they call it?
No, I'm
just kidding. I just wanted to share that with you guys. So I'm out of here.
Thank you,
I'll
sir.
talk to you later. Good job. Later.
All right.
Good job by you.
That is, I didn't even know what that was called until Jimmy started talking about it.
I've enjoyed some of the videos because the girls being so dirty. I was never into interracial porn, just because it couldn't be my penis in it, so it didn't really turn me on. Is Eric on hold?
No.
Okay.
Someone that could wait, trust me.
Okay. Oh.
Don Wicklund.
Oh, let's go to Don.
Right. All right, and then we'll get back to you.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Don. I don't button my shirt all the way up, Wicklund.
Hi, Wiki.
Donnie.
Opie.
Hi, Don.
Your boss is leaving. How do you feel today?
I just found out. Yeah, that's great. Get rid of the cancer.
Wow. Gotta give it to Don, man. Gotta give it to him.
So, are you bummed out, Don?
Nah. Hold on a second. I got to finish picking up the trash. Hold on a second.
Oh, right, because I always say Don works with a stick with a nail at the end and picks up the garbage around.
That's right.
XM.
Hey, Wiki, are you worried with the merger and stuff?
You know what? It's a day-to-day thing, Jimmy. You never know.
No, Don.
Nobody knows what's going to happen with anybody.
But are you, I'm saying, are you a little worried, or do you feel secure? I mean, not that anyone's told you anything, because they won't play their cards. But
Don, you know I like you, right?
Yes.
I mean, we do our thing on the radio because that's what we do. But the reality is, I do like you, and with that, I say this: you are so fired. You are not going to be part of this new company. So start getting out there because you still got you got some stock here, my friend.
I don't know, Ope. Wicklund is one of those guys where they have to keep XM people. They have to keep some.
Do they really?
Yeah, they will. They're not going to gut everybody. They can't just gut every single person. And Wiki knows his way around, but he's not in a high enough position like Eric Logan, where he'll be dealing on a day-to-day basis with Mel, because that's probably where Mel wants his people to oversee everything. Mm-hmm. But the day-to-day stuff, he'll need guys like Don who know their way around XM.
I wasn't even making a joke. They got Tim Sabian over there.
Tim's great, but would Tim and Don be competing with each other? Maybe they can both do it and be like the Tim and Don show.
Don, I mean, everyone's leaving XM, right? A lot of people. I heard we wouldn't even recognize half the people down there at this point.
I don't even recognize half the people, and I work here.
Don, it's so weird, though. It was supposed to be like a merger, but isn't it more like just like a takeover?
It's so a takeover.
It's so a takeover.
But I mean, how did that happen? Like, if is that just the way it was?
That's what's so weird, because XM was in better shape financially.
You know what, guys? I ask the same questions every single freaking day. Right. I really do. I ask the same questions, but I ask Eric the same questions. Then again, I can't ask him now because his ass is gone. So
he might be able to answer now.
But he's going to be continuing day-to-day operations until he leaves.
Right.
Including a merger-related planning.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Good luck with that.
Yeah. No, he'll probably be like merger-related planning. He'll probably like where the truck should back up and take things. And where's that hand truck? Where's that forklift?
Yeah.
That's type of planning, though.
Are they going to announce it? Are they going to announce a successor or what?
I haven't heard anything
Probably
yet.
not,
I'm
right?
going to tell you, too, but nothing yet, no.
Because now they're saying the merger is going to be done by the end of the month.
Why would they put a new guy in there before the merger when the guy would just, get fired?
They're going to push it off, and I guarantee you it's not going to be somebody from here.
That's a high position in the company, and in the merged company it's a high position, so it's going to be somebody from over there.
Well, at least we got a good relationship with Mel, so that's good. That's what we got on our side.
Hey, good luck with that.
We haven't talked to him in a while, so I'm sure it's fine.
We haven't talked to him in
maybe he'll
6 years, Jimmy.
Maybe he'll forget who we were. Maybe he'll forget who we were and think that we were like just people that we worked with him before and we were good.
Hey, Don, you know all that promotional stuff that says Opie and Anthony? Could you quickly just white it out and just change our names? Maybe that'll work.
Yeah. Slappy and Wappy.
No, the Greg and Tony show.
Yeah, just turn everything into Greg and Tony, and maybe we could get it past them.
Oh, my God. I'm sure he'll be happy to have this program.
We don't have any swag left anyway. We don't have any budget, so...
No, there's nothing left.
Hope.
At the times they are. Go back to Red Alert, people. We're back on Red Alert. I'm sorry.
I don't know.
We lowered the alert a little bit, but we're back in full red at this point. Full red. So, Don, what's your thoughts on Eric Logan leaving?
Click.
No. Talk from the heart, man.
Come on, man.
It's going to be a huge loss.
A huge loss.
It really will be.
In what way?
Huge loss for XM.
Heard it here, folks.
What are you, Earl? Earl says shit like that. Talk from the heart.
Eric did a lot for XM. He did tons for us, and it's going to be a huge loss for us. It really is.
More black girl crap.
Maybe that is from the heart, though. Maybe Wickland doesn't really like ELO.
True. Or maybe he doesn't really know what Eric Logan did.
Or maybe...
No, really.
Who does?
Eric and I were very close, and it's a huge loss for us not having him here. It really is.
Don's still holding on. He's worried about his own gig. I mean, he's got to be worried.
You know, now that Logan's leaving the company, I always wanted to know this. Did you and him ever have gay relations?
Mm-hmm.
Not once.
Oh, how many times then?
Did it ever get close? Because I always saw a little weirdness between you two when we went out for those steak dinners.
Nah, that was all an act.
I'll tell you what happened. Is Eric misread Don and thought he could have him whenever he wanted, and then got drunk one time and tried to kiss Don, like in the American Beauty, and Wickland pushed him off. He goes, "What are you doing? I have very blue eyes, but I'm not gay." And Eric said, "I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry. Keep that between us." He tried
He
to
has
kiss
green
him.
eyes.
What's that?
He has green eyes.
No, you have blue eyes, I think.
Hey,
no.
Don't you, Don?
Is all hell now that the official what do you call this letter came out from Nate Davis? Is all hell breaking loose down there?
You know what? Nobody is to be found on the programming level down on the first floor here, so you can't talk to anybody. Nobody's responding to anything. I know you guys wanted to get Eric on the air. I tried to find him. I have a feeling he's probably packing up his shit already. So
yeah, because this is crap. He's not going to be in that building starting tomorrow. That's just how this works.
If anyone
him around,
if anyone knows about packing shit, it's Don Wickland.
That's a gay joke.
Why would you say that of Wiki Anthony?
I'm
That's
kidding.
hurtful.
Don knows I'm kidding.
Hey, Don, did we
Of course.
scoop everyone?
Oh, no, absolutely.
Nice.
I was in my 9 o'clock meeting, and Steve let me know that you guys were talking about it,
Yes.
and no one in operations knew about it. So
Nice.
yeah, you scooped everything.
Nice.
So let's talk about cuckolding. Have you ever had any cuckolding experiences?
Cuckolding.
Yeah.
Have you ever been the bull? Like when they call in Wiki to get the job done?
The bull.
No.
Usually the bull is a black guy, I think, though.
Really?
Yeah.
Hey,
Like servicing her bull.
Wow.
Her husband watches.
Don?
What happens after the cuckolding?
I don't know.
And
Probably
then the bull leaves, and then you're just like, oh, honey, that was good.
a lot of times I think the guy will probably want a cream pie. Maybe the girl will fucking make him lick out her pussy. They do that.
Cream pie.
That's what they call it. Eat a cream pie. Where the guy will suck out his wife's pussy.
But there's nothing creamy about it.
The bull will come inside the woman.
Yeah.
And then a lot of times she'll put her pussy on the guy's face and make him clean it.
Wow,
And
that is degrading.
Squeeze the cum into his mouth.
Jesus.
Yeah.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
I forgot.
What do you
Don's on the
mean me?
phone.
I'm not saying. I'm saying that it is what it is.
Yeah, even to know that is sick.
What's so sick about it? Have some
I
cream
can see-
pie, you goose.
I could see Steve talking about it, but Jimmy. That's embarrassing.
I can see Steve ordering one.
Yes.
I'd like a cream pie, please.
Yes, it's a pie with cream.
Yes. Yes, I get it. I'm gay. I like creamy pies.
Can you go find Eric Logan for us right now?
I am. Actually, I got to go because I got to go pack up all his stocks and money that he's got to put in my car now. So.
Yeah.
Oh, is he leaving
All
with
right.
some big options? All right.
All of Eric's like stuff that he's done over the past 4 years is going to be in the dumpster behind XM.
What do you mean? It was in the dumpster 5 minutes after he did it. Yeah, how many of his memos people just looked at politely with their misspellings and fucking coffee spills on them? I got it. All right. You don't know what you're talking about.
Booze-fueled emails.
Yes. We will change the name of the company to fucking XM. And people see the fucking and think it's crazy. All right, relax. Relax. All right, yes. I have it. We could put XM inside of tube televisions. No, they're going out. We can sell XM hats where they play music from the hats. That's not what we're trying to get, Kilo.
No.
You're a fool. Well, good luck, Kilo. We're going to miss Eric very much. As a guy, I'm going to miss him.
I'm not happy whatsoever. Don,
Not just as a boss, but as a
Don,
man.
Boys.
Don,
Boys.
say something nice about Eric Logan.
I love Eric.
Oh.
I wish him the best of luck at Harpo, and hopefully he's hiring. So.
Ah, okay. There you
Yes.
go.
You don't think I thought that right away? I'm like, what? There's no position for us in Harpo.
No.
What are you, stupid? Hey, you know, no. Let me tell you something.
Maybe
I've
they'll
covered
start
you-
a shock jock division.
I have covered your asses for 4 years. Fuck
Ooh.
that. You're on your own, dude.
Go fuck yourself.
Hey, man, at Wiki for? We just told him he takes loads.
Whatever.
Throws a little
He
jab
can go
back and
fuck
everybody gets mad.
himself.
He's a good boy.
Covered our asses.
How
He's
did
had
he
his
cover
covered
our
many
asses?
times with men's pelvises.
How delusional is he? I had the hotline right to Eric Logan. You never. Fuck you. Covered our asses. I don't want the people to believe that. Dick.
Jesus. It's Don.
Oh, this whole place is falling apart.
Yeah.
All right, now we go into a merged company without Eric Logan. That will be interesting.
I think we knew that was going to happen.
Of course we did. And wait for the call today, Anthony, as you sit there casually.
Oh, did you?
Oh, my God, did you guys hear? And it's always like, because stupid Bob, our agent, he's on L.A. time, so he's still sleeping like he's dreaming about fucking whatever he dreams about, ghoulish shit. And he'll finally call around 2. Did you guys hear? Yeah, we heard hours ago, Bob.
Anthony?
Yeah, Bob?
Oh, God, yeah. I'm so sorry. Did you hear the news?
Yeah, Eric Logan is going over to Harpo.
Could you even say it? This is disaster for us. Just go back. Go to Sears. Buy some tin snips and tin knocking hammer because you're going to be just back in the attics. It's the end for us.
No, it's the end for him. It's about him. Oh, my God, I see my 10% going away. 10% of... Oh, my...
My kids were in that water, too, Chief.
Yeah, whenever Bob talks, he sounds like he's about to come.
Just doom and gloom cumsies.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, this is so bad for us. Oh, that's what it's going to be.
Over
Just
and over
this
again.
Fucking chant of how bad this is for us.
This is not good.
This is, he was our guy.
What do I do now?
He was our,
guys.
He was our guy there. Now we have no one. When the merger goes through, we're going to have to deal with people that, we don't have good relationships with. I don't know. It's going to be a very difficult situation for us if we even make it through at all. Oh, my God. How did this happen? How did this happen? Well, you're okay at CBS? Are you sure? Are you sure? Because I'm hearing things over there, too. Rumblings and grumblings. I don't know. Oh, my God. 10% of nothing. What is that? It's nothing, isn't it? Yes. Nothing from nothing leaves nothing. You gotta have something to get a commission to me. Yes. Okay, hold on. I'm at the store. Yes, one piece of Bazooka Joe bubblegum, please. Can I have a receipt? Yes, thank you. I'm Jewish.
Well, hold on. It's going to be
I say we call Bob now.
It's going to be a fun ride. Yeah, let's call
Let's
Bob.
call him on the air now and talk to him.
Yeah.
Super Agent Bob Eatman.
I bet you. Can I take a guess? He won't be as panicked as you think because he knew it was coming.
Oh, yeah, okay.
He knew it was coming.
All right, sure.
Well, I mean, that's not good for us. But
I knew it was coming.
No, you have no idea. This guy doesn't take news well, ever. All right.
Yeah. He knew it was coming.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a shock.
God, I hope we break the news to him. This will be
Oh,
great.
someone already had to call him, I'm sure. Ela probably did.
Wait, what do I do? Up this part, right? Yeah, okay.
What time is it there? 10, 9,
7:04.
7 in the morning? You hear like, oh, Bob, in the background.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic...
Yeah, fuck that. We call his house and wake
Bob
everybody up.
Eatman.
Fuck this guy.
Amen.
Call him.
Hold on a minute. Oh, I hope his 10 of a wife answers.
She is lovely.
She's a 10 and he's 3 on a good day.
Bab's a -4.
All right, here we go.
Uh-oh.
They probably think it's a death. It's always bad when your phone...
Hello?
Oh.
Robin?
Yeah, hi, Ross.
Hi.
Oh, boy.
It's Opie.
Oh, hi, Ope. How are you?
Who's Russ?
Bob's brother. You sounded just like him.
Oh, okay. Is Bob there? We have bad news.
Oh, God, yeah. hold
No,
on.
no.
All right.
Oh,
Yes.
hold on. No.
All right. We're waking him up. This is
Hey, how are you?
Wow, he was right there.
Eric Logan's leaving the company.
Pardon me?
Eric Logan is leaving the company.
Bob.
I heard. You know where he's going?
Harpo. You're on the air, by the way.
Yep, I know. I heard.
There it is. There it is.
So,
yeah,
Bob-
he's going to Harpo.
What do you think about that? You're not surprised, are you, that he's leaving?
Is Eric there?
No, he's not.
No, he's already blown us off. He said, good luck to us. Nate?
Are you still on the air?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, guys.
What do you think this means, Bob?
I think it's great for him.
That's what everyone says, but
We know it's great for
what
him.
do you
We're
think
not
about
stupid.
for the company and us and the continuing relationship thereof?
Yeah.
Well, I'm hopeful it'll be good for you guys. I mean, it was good with Eric there, and we'll see. I don't know what to tell you.
You hear that? Oh, God.
I don't know what
It's
to
starting to
tell you.
sink in. Oh, my God.
You don't know what to tell us.
That's not good.
But Bob,
I don't know what to tell you because I don't, in a merged company, it'll be, I assume it'll be,
You assume what?
I assume in a merged company, I think it'll be Scott Greenstein.
Uh-huh.
In a non-merged company, I have no idea who's,
Does Scott like us?
So what do you think about dealing with Scott? Would that be a thing to do?
Yeah, does he like us?
I don't know. I haven't talked to him. I hope he does.
That's a
Good
no.
like you bring in a lot of subscribers.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And?
And I just woke up, guys.
When did you hear about Eric Logan leaving?
Oh, I just heard yesterday. Heard the.
Oh, thanks for the phone call.
Yeah. That's a weird thing not to...
It was top secret, guys. It was something that I'd heard, and I didn't hear that he actually. I had heard that he actually signed his agreement or was, actually done with that. But I heard that it was a very good possibility
And
that he
you-
was going to take the job.
And you wouldn't trust us with that information?
Yes, I would trust you with that information. I would trust you to go on the air with it. Like everything else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bob.
So I hope.
Are you getting nervous, Bob? Things are changing.
Yeah. What's
all
your
around
gut?
us.
What's your gut feeling about this?
Feeling about the merger?
About Eric not being there, about the merger, about who we're going to have to deal with. Just your gut feeling about the future of this program and satellite radio.
Are you nervous?
I'm not nervous. No, you're still the highest, bringing the most subscribers on the platform at XM. So I'm not nervous about it, no.
Hopefully optimistic.
Yeah, I told you, man, we're going to be fine. I mean, Bob, it's so hard being the Pete positive in this situation.
I couldn't hear you, Jimmy.
I was just saying.
Now you got to
First of
repeat
all,
it.
here's the beauty of this, Bob. The joke bombed, and now I have to say it again.
Yeah.
I said...
See, you're talking into the mic thinking you're talking to Bob. You got to yell to that phone.
Oh, he's on the phone?
Yes.
Oh, but you called him on the phone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why don't we have people here calling him?
I didn't feel
That
like
would be
doing it
silly.
way. This is more real.
Hey, Bob? We didn't wake you, did we? There we go. The kid redeems him. I know.
We're going to wake you every day now for not giving us that news yesterday.
That's right.
That's what we do now.
What do you think of them apples?
Yeah, what do you think of them apples, Jimmy's saying?
Or those apples?
Right. Bob, it's safe to say you're a bit nervous, huh?
No, I'm not nervous. Loved having Eric. He was a big supporter.
Where are we at with our option?
Option? The option to pick up the option?
Yeah.
The date has passed.
Yeah, see,
And
for all the people that were wondering.
No one's picked up the option, but
It's still an option.
hopefully it's going to be a merged company.
This is Ed's impression. The option to pick up the option is passed, and
that's an option.
That's just an option, guys. So,
But we have other options besides the option.
Right.
There's always CBS.
So who's? So
No,
when?
he didn't say CVS. He said CVS. We can work at the counters.
When are we going to talk to someone about the option? Do you think?
You don't think Bob's talked about that already with somebody?
He tried, but
they're
no one's talking.
They're not doing anything till the company merges.
I know. That's why I'm asking his opinion on that.
Right, exactly.
He's been here. He's been down this road.
They're not spending any money until there's a decision on the merger.
Oh God, Bob, what does that mean for us? Oh God. Oh my God, Bob! I just put a pool in. For God's sake,
I've talked to you about other things.
I need
review stuff like that.
I agree, Bob.
What do you think about drugs? What do you think about selling drugs, Bob?
I don't think it's a good idea.
Okay.
No.
I'll take your advice.
Yes.
Think about it.
Hey, Bob, how do you feel about me muling Flintstones chewables in my asshole?
Again.
Hey, Bob. Do you have to get up now, or can you go back in your coffin for a few more hours?
No, I got to get up.
Oh. It's going to be a long day, isn't it, Bob, now that it's been announced?
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that.
Who are we going to be?
Big supporter of yours.
Yeah. I've been saying that. Who are we going to report to now, you think, in the time being?
At XM?
Exactly.
I don't know if it's left.
Bob, we're so depressed by this news, we're going home early. I don't think anyone would fault us for that, right?
Probably not.
Yeah.
Dandy Don Wicklund, maybe?
Reporting to Dan? I mean...
No, of course not.
His name's Don.
Yeah, his name's Don. Dan Wicklund. His husband.
I don't know who you're going to report to. You didn't really report to Eric lately. I mean, he's,
Well, he blew us off. He blew us off a while ago, so I knew something was up.
I just think he's been busy with all the decisions that they had to make, and I don't think it's really been that. I think that
busy looking up real estate in Chicago.
Thank God I still have my Citadel stock. Woo!
He's moving to Chicago. Great city. Good for him. Great job.
Yeah, that helped the show today, Bob, by making sure everyone knows that Chicago's a great city.
It is. Now he's going to work at Harpo.
Hey there. Hey, your name's Eric Logan? Hey, it's Elo. Why don't you move from over there to over here? Oh, Chicago.
Bunch of wind and mustachioed idiots. He's going to have to deal with that.
Become like a Cubs fan.
Exactly.
By the way, Bob,
biggest cologne is beer farts.
By the way, Bob, you might want to make sure that nothing's going on with Robin and your brother, because she was very excited that I was Russ when she first answered the phone. Ross, sorry.
She goes, "Oh, Ross."
Right.
Oh, like it's 7 in the morning. Like,
I'll check into that.
You're not supposed to call till Bob leaves.
Right. Ross, why are you calling now?
And she was very suspicious. She's like,
"Oh, I'll get Bob, who hasn't left for work yet." Bob, my husband is still home. Sure, I'll get him.
Uh-oh. Bob's not really laughing. I think there might be some suspicions. Are you a cuckold, Bob?
That's the last thing I'm worried about. I mean, I'm not really concerned about
What's the first thing? The Opie and Anthony show, right?
That's my first priority, yes.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for calling.
There it goes. Are they telling us that? Are they telling you that we have to go?
Wait, who'd you say goodbye to?
Say goodbye to all you guys.
Oh.
Did you say goodbye, Ron?
No. Gotta go.
He's got to go.
Gotta run, he said.
Oh, you got to
right.
run.
He's got the runs.
Going to the gym.
Oh, there you go.
What do you do at the gym?
He's got a trainer.
Jesus, that isn't nice to say to somebody. What do you do at the gym? You obviously don't use the equipment.
No, I don't mean that.
Jesus, Jimmy.
Bob probably puts out like little tight pants and does like Pilates and things that show off his genital girth.
Why'd you say that?
Bob's a creep.
I've seen Bob lift. He could kick your ass.
So what? Good for him. He's probably a big girthy hog.
He's got a trainer named Jason, who's a fine trainer out there in L.A. Right,
How much
Bob?
does Bob lift?
Yeah, you were here for a long time, you know.
Yeah, Jason was my trainer for a while. Right. So. All right.
All right, Bob. Well, we won't keep you any longer.
Could Robin do the show with us a little longer?
No, she's in the shower. She'd be great.
Oh,
she's in the
hot.
shower, huh?
You got pal talk?
So Bob,
why isn't Bob laughing at me?
I don't know.
He goes to the gym this early?
Yeah.
Oof.
Before he goes to work.
I hope it's really hard to hear anyone else other than you.
How long does he go to the gym for?
He goes every day for like an hour.
Oh my God.
Or almost every day. Yeah.
3 days a week.
3 days?
Yeah.
All right.
All right, Bobby.
All right, Bobby.
All right, guys.
This is a bad day for us. You know that.
Nah, that's it. I have faith Bob will start reinforcing some new relationships.
Yeah.
All right, I'll call Don and make sure you guys are well taken care of.
Yeah.
You're going to call who?
Don.
Stop with this Don crap. Don does nothing.
Don Wicklin?
I'm teasing.
He's the joke. He's the joke of the company.
Even Bob's teasing. We're on our own. We're on our own again. That's wonderful.
Yep.
That worked out well for us last time when we had no boss.
Rudderless ship.
Right, that always works well when there's no direction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Bob. Have fun at the gym. Don't pull anything.
Yeah.
Talk to you later.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
All right.
Bye.
Bob's going to lose a nut today. He's going to lift so
God.
much to try to get the stress out, and a nut's going to fall out of his gym shorts.
We had a couple of good Bobisms in there, though. He's like, well, I think
everyone was saying that. They didn't realize how well you did Bob until they heard Bob.
Ooh. God.
What's the tinkle-link-a-link for?
Oh, someone's calling. Someone's calling the Opster's phone.
Oh, no.
Who is that?
It's a Tate. It's a Tate.
A Tate?
I was going to say it's a text.
Oh, God.
From Nate. Just says, pack your crap hacks. It's a Tate.
Yeah, Orbitcast says that the FCC told XM lawyers to not schedule vacations for mid through late July.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Probably because they'll be meeting.
Oh.
Why else wouldn't they?
Because they want Logan in on it.
Or maybe they just want the hotels that the lawyers would be taking in the fancy places. Going spiraling.
Boo.
How great,
not even a boo. It's
how great was Bob, though? And the fucker knew yesterday.
I know.
How smart is Bob? He didn't know who had to tell. Why would he?
Who cares if the info is leaked out a day early?
I don't want my salary to leak out.
Your salary couldn't drip out.
You heard in his voice, though. Oh, yeah, I already know.
Yeah. I found out. I found out late last night.
Yeah.
I was woken in the night by police officers at the door.
Right, he just... Oh, that's a great idea.
What?
Call Bob's house in 30 minutes. Joe is brilliant. Hold on. Let's give Joe the credit. Joe in Jersey, what do you want us to do?
Yo, you guys got to call back like half an hour and say you're Russ again and ask if Bob is gone and see if she really is fucking banging him. You got to do it. It sounded too convincing. Like she sounded too surprised.
No, Robin, I got to say it. She's hot as hell.
There you go. So why wouldn't keep it in the family? I guess, they're out in L.A. or wherever. It's a little different,
Well, she'll give us good radio, though. Bob's going to the gym in a few minutes, then we'll call Bob's house back. Thank you. Thanks,
got
Joe.
it. Huh?
Nothing better than having dinner with Bob and evil Bob. Bob and his brother Ross.
Evil Bob.
The excitement ensues. Well, the evil Bob because he does the goatee, old school, sitcoms.
Yep. Well,
I got the tinkle.
It's
yeah.
It's about that.
You guys picked a good day to come here, I guess.
Yeah. Well, a lot of fun happening today.
What?
Yeah.
We like the applause.
Yeah.
We deserve it.
Now, we all know that Opie and Anthony Wow stickers are your tickets to seeing some beautiful bosoms.
Well, yeah.
Did you know that Wow stickers have many other uses?
I use Wow stickers around the house to keep raccoons away from my garbage. Come here, little fella. Oh, God! Oh, God, it's biting my balls. Jesus Christ, my balls. Ouch, ouch, my balls. My balls are being bitten by a raccoon here, people. Raccoon eating my balls here. Raccoon on balls. Anybody? Do you see the raccoon dangling from my crotch?
Get your official Opie and Anthony Wow stickers at opieandanthony.com.
Derek, there's something hanging off your balls, man.
Rock and roll. Rock and roll. Opie and Anthony. Nice audience outside today, too.
Yes.
Elo's resignation brought to you by 5 Hour Energy, by the way. So the people are enjoying their 5 Hour Energy.
That's right. Elo's resignation brought to you by 4-year incompetence.
5-hour energy. Thank you. They give the listeners the free 5-hour energy. I'm starting to see that 5-hour energy everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, at our little supermarket there, Jimmy. It's right on the counter, right there for your choosing.
A lot of people getting their 5 hours worth of energy.
Without the crash, Anthony.
Out on the street, yeah.
Yeah, anyone jittery out there? The answer is no.
Of course not.
No, because, see, they don't give you the jitteriness.
Yeah.
You dopes.
Make you
Help us
scream
out
or
here,
something.
Butcher came up with a little remix. Remember when Shaq did that thing about Kobe?
Oh, yeah.
About his ass?
How does my ass taste? Or...
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't want to say that, because now they're going to isolate that, and you're going to be, sounding gay. Why would you do that to yourself?
It could be anybody's.
Mine,
Who ate his ass. It's not like you said, hey, give me a cock to suck.
Right.
Or another example, I don't know.
I don't know. I ate your ass. Tasted good. I don't mind a little shit. Fucking, that could be anything.
Yeah, because if you sit here and say something like, I love getting balls in my face, they're going to isolate it.
Who cares?
So that's why I would never say anything
Say
like
what?
that. I like a good man ass right in my face. No, you can't say things like that on the air.
That would be bad.
Yeah.
So what if I'm hungry? I had a cock.
Yeah, see? It's another perfect example of what not to say, because the wacky production guys will throw something together and make you sound silly. Because all this part will be cut out, and they'll just isolate saying something like, I like a cock you got to grab with 2 hands.
Yeah.
You know?
Call me old-fashioned, but I prefer it unclipped.
Yeah, things like that.
Well,
any examples?
No.
No?
Butch did a remix of Shaq's tune to Kobe.
Yeah, boy, the streets is talking. The NBA's dopest rhyme spitter and NY's illest DJ have teamed up to bring you the
Tell Me How My Ass Tastes mixtape.
hosted by DJ Fartbox. Shaq Diesel's back, boy, and he's kicking it raw with hits from his classics like What's Up, Doc? Can we rock? What's up, Doc? Can we rock? What's up, Doc? All the way up to his new joint.
Kobe, tell me how my ass tastes.
Shaq Fu is back, coming straight for your fucking dome. Pimps, pushers, prostitutes, even white boys. You ain't popping in the hood till you got the
Tell Me How My Ass Tastes mixtape.
Cop that shit now.
Damn, nice job,
Damn.
Butch knows how to. What is it? What's the word? Knows how to.
Bring it.
Bring it on. Rhyme. What?
Bust out some rhymes.
For the people that thought we were kidding, no, we weren't. Line of the day is sponsored by.
Fucking A. Fucking A. I'm right with you.
We're not stupid. And before you bitch, you would do the same thing. If you knew your boss was gone and you had no boss for a few weeks, you're taking longer lunches, you're showing up at 9:15 instead of 9, and you're going home at 4. So shut up. We're just doing what any human being would do if there was no boss around.
Enough of you.
Right. What, you're a goody two-shoer and you're going to stay? Even though you have no boss? Line of the day is sponsored by Carbonite.com. Carbonite. Let me tell you what these people do.
Yes.
They back up your
freeze
computer.
Han Solo. Boo.
Who fucking cares what Hamza bin Laden says? Bin Laden's son released a poem. Who gives a fuck?
Well, he's just going into the family.
He has 18 sons?
Hickory dickory dock.
Right.
Yeah, the Jews all suck my God.
And what's hilarious about that? Everyone is surprised that Bin Laden's son is writing a poem. He's just going into the family business like any other dude would do.
Yeah.
What do you expect him to be doing?
Bin Laden has 18 sons.
He's been doing some fucking.
Jesus, Osama gets pussy.
Yeah.
He doesn't play games. No belly loads for him. Take it in the womb, bitch, or don't take it at all. No shit or no mouth. Womb or bust. He's a sign around his balls. They don't mention how many daughters he has, but 18 sons, and this youngest one is 16.
Yeah.
18 fucking sons.
Yeah.
Fucking A. Amazing.
My girl just got the ELO news. She rules. Holy shit about Elo. Oprah, you're not going to be allowed to even speak to him anymore.
I know. That's so true.
I'm not kidding, because Elo and I became friends over the years. And, you know, he's a good man, but there's no fucking way he's going to ever be able to talk to me, you, or
Nope.
Jimmy again.
Done.
He'll talk to me again.
Those
Nope.
shock jocks.
I'm actually doing something for Oprah.
Oh, are you?
Yes.
What?
Private party.
Where are you driving her? Private party, huh?
She wants to see her children's. And I was going to say, I want you to drive me back. In the color purple, you want to choke that white bitch to death?
Oh, why? Why?
She wanted to ride home.
I kind of liked
We
her.
will take you home.
She was sassy.
You wanted to, her face, whoever casted that woman as the old white cunt that Oprah wanted to
Need
spend time
old
with.
white cunt for.
Whoever casted that woman should be fucking given an Oscar for casting, because every time I see The Color Purple, I want to grab that woman's face and squish it as I would shit. I want to see my children's. Oprah just wants to see her kids.
Yeah.
Could you go to improv, I guess it would be, right? Because there would be an extra E. Okay. Improveverywhere.com.
What is that site?
You have to check out.
I have no idea what it means.
You have to check out the shirtless mission on improveverywhere.com.
Yeah, these are those guys that...
It goes perfect with your Abercrombie rant a few months back. Mike L. Thank you, Mike L. from Minnesota. Yes.
Those guys do the same, you know, like when they did that Grand Central Station stunt where they just froze in the middle of, you know, time... Grand Central, so everybody freaks out about it. It's those guys. They do stunts like that all the time.
Wait, how many of them did that? Where they just stopped?
There was a bunch of them, man. It was like, I think they had a decent amount of people, like 100, 200 people. They got to do that. They
That's
also
so cool.
One of the latest things I was just reading about that they did was they got, I think, 16 pairs of identical twins and set them all up in a subway car across from each other, so it looked like they were sitting across from a mirror, and people were just getting on the train and like freaking out and not knowing what to do.
A little fucked up.
That's fucking brilliant, man.
That's a good
those
one.
are great stunts to do. See, I had a different idea for a stunt.
Yeah.
Where I was going to yell, like, fucking leave a briefcase with smoke coming out of it, yell, terror! on a plane. Nobody would laugh at that.
Wow,
Of course not.
All right. Oh, that is cool. Go to improveverywhere.com. Could we go underground and maybe do one of these stunts?
Yes.
Can we?
I like to improv.
Yes, I'll improv.
My website is called Improv Nowhere.
I want. How about we do this? We go very underground, and we set up a stunt where everyone just, I don't know, buys a ping pong ball.
Mm-hmm.
It goes into a very, very public place.
Mm-hmm.
At a certain time, everyone just shows up,
shoves it up their ass,
and throws their ping pong ball.
Oh, I thought they would just put them in their ass.
Well, that could be good too.
That'd be cool.
And then shoots it out
And
of
then
their ass.
shoot it out. Big
With explosive
shit-covered
diarrhea.
ping pong ball.
Let's do the ping pong stunt. Where can we do the ping pong stunt?
Steve?
Everyone has to like synchronize their phones and their clocks. They show up like all at the same time. You don't show up early with your ping pong ball, and you release your ping pong ball and leave.
Can someone get Steve?
What do you Steve?
He's coming.
Steve who?
How did we get sidetracked from leaving early?
Steve, what do you
It
think
always
about the ping pong idea?
Trying to get us back on that track.
Is it possible?
How many people you want to organize?
I don't know. Ping pong, you can't really throw anything because that's the problem.
Yeah, what do you think of the ping pong idea?
Can we organize? Like, are we talking about? Are we talking about 20 people, 30 people, 50 people to unleash ping pong balls?
I don't think we should unleash them because that can cause, like what these guys do is they don't throw anything because if one person gets fucked up,
how you can get fucked up
you're
by
right.
a ping pong ball?
It panics them and they fall. I'm telling you, this is what assholes people. Hold on, hello. Yes, Pussies Anonymous. Yes, I'm going. I improved on the phone. What is that? Sorry, I'm just teasing you. You improv.
All right,
Yes.
let's just do line of the day then and get the fuck out of here because
I like
who
that.
gives a shit at this point?
Language.
Right.
Carbonite.com does something with computers. I don't know what. You might want to look them up online. and
It's
see for yourself.
easy. They back up your
Carbonite.com.
computer hard drive so you never have to worry about losing any of your files.
I actually like that.
You can check it out at carbonite.com. Promo code XM.
But how do you back up a computer?
Just push it.
Back that
push it to
bitch
the-
up.
Thanks.
Back it up.
That's right. Just sit on it and go in reverse.
Let's do the first runner-up line of the day.
Well, the world don't move to the beat of just one drum. What might be right for you may not be right for some. A man is born, he's a man of means. Then along come two. They got nothing but the genes, but they got different strokes it takes. Different strokes it takes. Different strokes. Everybody's got a special kind of story.
Why?
Everybody finds a way to
Kirk
shine.
Douglas' theme song.
It don't matter that you got not a lot. So what? They'll have theirs and you'll have yours and I'll have mine.
Sam, so you went down to the New York Times building this morning, didn't you? That was a complete waste of time.
Whose idea was that?
Yeah, who thought that would make a good runner-up line of the day?
I think that was Travis.
Travis?
Stop trying to do conceptual art and paint the fucking fruit in the bowl.
Exactly. We tell dick jokes. Stop.
What the fuck was
You
that?
should have had one line from it, like the opening line, and everybody would have gotten it. Everybody would have said, oh, okay, they're goofing on Sam.
Dog killed for that.
Another runner-up line of the day.
The beautiful Erica Nagel.
The bucksonic Erica Nagel.
I defy you to breathe while he talks to you.
By the way, the people have spoken, and they said, well, Blue Heeler is representing the fans today, and he says Opie and Jimmy are allowed to leave early. Anthony's not. He owes us an hour for that bullshit back to the doucher talk.
You know something? Go fuck yourself. Back to the Future talk. It was great. Probably some of the best radio ever.
What's Sam's new bit? The street thing.
What's
the haps? What the haps?
What's
the haps? Did you guys do Back to the Future shit yet?
Terrible.
Yeah, I went down to try to ask some of the people on the sneaker line what's the haps. But there was only like a dozen people there so far. So we got a couple people, and then tomorrow morning we're going to go down and see if the line... Because the shoes don't go on sale until Saturday.
You get anything that's worth playing tomorrow?
Yeah, man, people love Back to the Future.
They have no clue, right?
Some of them don't know the movie.
And they're online to get the sneakers?
Yeah, they're all waiting for the
that's
Back
going to
to
be good, man.
Some of them... One guy said he was just a fan of Kobe.
All right. Well, Sam is just developing the bit as we speak.
So what are you
Hopefully
gonna
we'll
ask
have
them
something by tomorrow.
What are you going to ask them?
Just Back to the Future questions and stuff.
Yeah, all kinds of Back to the Future questions. Like, what's Biff's grandson's name?
Oh.
You got to ask him what, what event they're going to wear their sneakers to. Just be clueless that they're collectors.
Or since the movie happened, what is the hottest thing Michael J. Fox has spilled out himself? Not that she won't have anything, but what's that, gazpacho? Here's some soup for you, stupid. Nice and chilly the way you like it. Some fucking little cold beet salad. Carry that, you fucking clod. Fucking, here's a sippy cup. You and the baby share cups. Tea with a straw.
Steve's writing again. Steve, you got a mic.
What are you writing? No. What are you writing?
Jot.
Doodle, doodle.
I was just telling
What?
Thank you. I was just telling...
Doodle.
Oh, I get it. I do nothing and I doodle.
Oh, okay, that was it. I was just telling...
Two things I like that a rooster says, cock-a-doodle.
Yes. Except I tend to doodle a cock. Doodle, doodle, doodle.
Doodle, doodle, doodle. Cock.
I can't even... I was telling...
Why doodle a cock when you could suck a cock? Jesus. That's a super bad thing, you know. What do you got there, Steve?
What? I was just telling Sean...
What do you got?
I was telling Butcher to do an intro for Sam's What's the Haps, because I think that would be very fitting.
Hey, here's another runner-up line of the day. E-Rock, do something.
Great nerd humor, huh?
Wait, can there be an alternative July 9th, 8 a.m.?
I actually enjoyed that segment today.
I did too. And
The Opie and Anthony Show.
All right, let's get out of here. Sounds
Awful
good.
voice.
That's it?
What? I'll bite your tattoos off.
Another runner-up line of the day. Here we go.
Larry King is singing Happy Birthday. And Ringo's smiling because he knew.
Right.
George Harrison's holding his head going, ouch.
You leave him alone. God damn. Always fucking funny. We get obsessed with the stupidest things on this show. George Harrison cancer head jokes.
Do you think he ever held his head though and just went, ouch?
Ouch. I said to his music too loud that no one else could hear.
Ouch. Ouch. Me head.
That's probably when they knew they had to take him to the doctor. Where's Dad? He's on the floor again going, ouch, holding his head.
Me head.
Stupid George.
By the way, let it be noted that Eric Logan's email has already been shut off. That's good. Wow.
Is
he calling our
yoo-hoo.
Nice wig, shit dick.
Doubt it.
Sergeant Pepper's pudding heads.
Oh, fuck. Maybe the Beatles. Maybe who said they were bigger than God? John Lennon.
Yeah.
That was smart, huh?
Oh.
God took him out, gave George Harrison brain cancer, made Paul McCartney marry a one-legged bitch
while my family gently weeps.
Motherfuckers, we're gonna make it to 11 now.
Oh, I know why.
In honor of Eric Logan, we're leaving early today.
Yes.
The last runner-up line of the day.
In 1985.
Which one?
I and Jimmy.
Of course.
I and Jimmy don't get that.
Which one? In a second. Which one?
Why would
all
that
know.
be funny, though?
We all know there are alternate 1985s based on what happens when the timeline shot off into another direction there.
See, Ope, what happened was is that
no!
See, old Biff went back in time. He gave
Here's line of the day. Here's line of the day. Here's line of the
Old
day.
Biff. If the sports all... Damn it. Wanted to get that out. Never hear it enough.
Line of the day. Line of the day.
Now,
Okay, you got me.
Biff, don't con me.
You got me. You got me.
All right, stop it! For the love of God, stop! Holy
Not only am
music
I
gets
gay and
loud.
incompetent, but I'm stupid.
Oh, sorry, I almost stepped on Steve's improv.
Yeah.
Not only am I gay and incompetent, but I'm stupid.
That'll help us in the lawsuit. Thank God we have that for our lawyer. All right, we got to go. Jimmy, why were you laughing over there?
I was only thinking of the hat, the fucking hat with gutters, and just thinking of how George Harrison did nothing to deserve the teasing he gets.
the brutalizing he gets.
It's just at every chance. George Harrison mush under the hat joke. There's nothing we enjoy more than a fucking Scullo pudding reference. And I don't know why. Because the cancer hardens. It doesn't get soft and mushy.
But the thought of the picture I got in my mind of him wearing a hat with gutters, and the gutters just are leaking.
His head looks like a chicken pot pie.
Pat from Menaki, while my head gently seeps.
Okay, that's a good one.
I can't believe
Gold cunt ass comes out with a funny one.
I can't believe I can't think of one Beatles song. I'm such a fucking fool.
Someone mark the calendar. We did 15 minutes extra of radio today than we were going to do. Oh, I know it's before 11, but
Yeah,
we
but
were
still,
going to be
it's more
out of
than
here
we were
by
gonna do.
11:30, 11:35-ish, so we did an extra 15 minutes. Just let it be noted, okay? We leave you with this. We'll see you tomorrow.
Well, the world don't move to the beat of just one drum. What might be right for you may not be right for some. A man is born, he's a man of means. Then along come two. They got nothing but the genes, but they got different strokes it takes. Different strokes it takes. Different strokes. Everybody's got a special kind of story. Everybody finds a way to
Kirk
shine.
Douglas's theme song.
It don't matter that you got not a lot. So what? They'll have theirs and you'll have yours and I'll have mine.
Sam, so you went down.
Different strokes it takes. Different strokes it takes. Different strokes it takes. Different strokes it takes.
Ush. Die. Ush. Oh. Body rock. Body rock. Body rock. Body rock. Body rock. Body rock. Die. Ush. Damn, you just been pwned. Been pwned. Ush. Die. Ush. Body rock. Body rock. Body rock. Body rock. Body rock. Ush. Damn, you just been pwned.
Yo, motherfuckers. This is Drew Boogie. You just heard one of my remixes. And check me out on MySpace. MySpace.com/TheGreatDrewBoogie. That's not me. Opie said that. And he said that about everybody. And I'm too tired for this shit.